All right. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. Vortex Gallery Winter Gaiden Guilty Gear Strive in a tournament coming at you thanks to 956 Productions. Been a fantastic weekend of Guilty Gear Strive action across all the different regions, Europe, Brazil, Southeast Asia, and there, but we are here with the culmination of it all, North America, happening right here, right now. What's up, what's cracking? My name is Kraken Atkins, and joined with Ryudo today on the mic, ready to get it popping. How's it going, Ryudo?
Yo, it's going good, man. I'm going good. I've gotten to imbibe myself in a lot of Guilty Gear over this weekend. I've gotten to commentate 2 events. I gotten to watch all the 985 Vortex Gallery stuff. It's just been a damn good weekend for Guilty Gear. Very ironically, considering the state of the gaming landscape, having a lot of distractions. Let's leave it at that. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, and I'm saying, like, boy, I can't wait for more Stride, baby.
It's so true, man. I mean, like, it's just an exciting time to play some Stride. We have events all around. 956, as I said, putting on this fantastic weekend for Strive action. I mean, there's like Arc Revo America right around the corner. Like, I think it's everybody's head as far as the finals. Just like, oh yeah, it's all the way in March, dude.
Yeah.
March is in like a couple days, so like,
right.
So
You've already missed out. Like, if you weren't prepared for it, it's over. You aren't ready.
Exactly.
But, that's been the theme for the last 2 years. I feel like just oh wow, it's blank. Well then, I guess I'm too late for that thing. That's my fault.
Time flies when you're having fun. And I mean, This bracket looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, we have around like 32 players. There are definitely some names in this bracket that I do recognize as far as like Testyourluck and ElvenShadow. But something that's always exciting for me, some names that I don't recognize. When I'm looking through like top 8s and such, when I see those names that I'm just like not familiar with and they get those high placements, I'm just like, ooh, who's that? So
Right.
yeah, I'm really excited to see how this bracket shapes up. And yeah, if it's going to be any indication from the other Strive brackets that have happened through the 956 Winter Gaiden threshold this weekend, we're definitely in for some hell of a fights, you know?
Yeah. And like you said too, it's just like that very much there's that new player aspect, because now that we're getting online, that actually really accesses a lot more of the player base, the people who can't generally go out, whether it be because of, you know, work, costs, anything like that, inability to get around anywhere. We're starting to see a lot of these players actually make opportunities for themselves in the online space, and it fits a lot more closer to that offline space too. So I know that once we start going back a little bit more, we're going to start seeing some breakout stars as we go along. Like, oh, wow, I've never heard of you, or I haven't seen you. You might have been like, okay, I'm getting my footing on this game, and now Strive is your breakout game because you can really practice it and get a good feeling for how you want to play, and have concentrated players in ranked who are like, yeah, these are the players who really want to play and learn, all in one go. So we're seeing just a swath of players just getting built up, iron sharpening iron, and coming out to these tournaments and showing us what they've got.
100%. Couldn't have put it better myself. And you know, we've seen a little bit of a taste of that with some of the recent events that we have had, right? The CEOs and the Frosty Faustins, and seeing some of those players that we do recognize from the online brackets getting those high placements, and also connecting a face to the name. I'm just like, oh, that's what they look like.
Oh, you are real. You're not just some freaking robot. I mean, you play like one, but you're not actually one. I got you.
Absolutely. So yeah, looks like we're jumping straight into it. Have our first match ready to go. Hey, one of those aforementioned names we were mentioning there, ElvenShadow, locked in with that Faust, going to be going up against Shin, giving us some Eno action to kick us off here at Vortex Gallery.
So this is going to be an interesting one, because as people have already experienced, Faust is a little bit more troublesome in this game, and I feel like Faust classically has a strong matchup against Eno, but this is a very different one. It's a very different Eno, it's a very different Faust, and I feel like it's a little bit more even than it ever has been before. So let's see what Shin is able to come out with and keep ElvenShadow on their feet. This is a great starting point.
Yeah, as you can see, Shin was recognizing that Faust in that corner position and saying, like, how can I maintain this? Just believing in the power of 6P to do so. Really trying to keep Elven on their toes at the moment.
But you see Elven actually playing that very good defensive game, using that Abare 5P, 2P situation to make sure that Shin cannot get in as easily and get that ID game started. The one that ElvenShadow is very well known for. It's paying off right now.
Yeah, I'd say so. A timely burst to try to keep Elven in the corner, but maybe too little too late, as Elven has really gotten a nice snowball going. The overheads are hitting, and that's going to be round 1 going to ElvenShadow.
And one thing I like ElvenShadow doing here is that he's doing a lot of just very simple, like, high-low mix-up into mix. And Shin is just getting caught with that first mix-up, so all these are basically confirming, and that's it. ElvenShadow's keeping it very simple for level 1, and it's like, show me what else I have to do after this point.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the knockdown here. I was gonna say, I think what Yushin is definitely gonna be looking for in terms of their win condition is just trying to find that big knockdown to get the snowball of the game going from there. They've been having a little bit of trouble navigating neutral as it is, and you can see ElvenShadow's kind of reset it right then and there. But a stroke may be the big game changer we're looking for. RC cancel. Oh my! Oh no! This time there, I bet that they wanted wall break, but they're trying to make lemonade out of lemons.
Yep. And one thing I do like from Yushin a lot is that Yushin is doing a lot of Abare buttons, just completely pressing buttons and just completely disrespecting a lot of ElvenShadow's activities that he wants to do to try to like lock stuff down, get a little mix up in there here or there. And I think ElvenShadow is starting to catch on to that just a bit here, but ElvenShadow's life is very low, and that's because a lot of those Abare buttons are coming out.
Yeah. Oh, goes for the stroke. PRC cancels it. Wasn't able to react to the dive. And just catching the shins there as ElvenShadow takes game one. There was some work that Yushin was starting to do. Like, I was liking it. They were just having trouble closing out that round, and ElvenShadow getting that very timely corner confirm and able to get the comeback.
Yeah, and that was a huge damage confirmed too. So ElvenShadow is very much looking out for those situations, despite the way that he plays Faust in this game, just very much like one-off mix-ups and leading to something that you have to block and whatnot. He's still keeping an eye out for those really high damage confirms. There's a case in point there, but unfortunately drops out because mix is still a unique move.
Right. I love the beautiful counter poke confirms as well. You can see that Yushin in the neutral game just trying to cover that space and go for those dashes, but Elven not afraid to hit the jabs to try to interrupt. See, that time though, going for the stroke. But no! Okay. No such thing as drop combos, just happy little accidents, all right? We take the knockdown, it's all good.
You know the real funny part is that she has that afro on her, so it really works out that Bob Ross style.
Oh my god, I didn't even connect the dots.
Yeah. Like, oh yes, that is on point, Atkins. That is on point.
Man, oh man. Well, Yushin looking to be a little bit more on point in this game too. Has a round up, being blessed with that Bob Ross afro yet again.
Oh, yep. That was a small little happy mistake, but it is fine. We have those bursts to get rid of it. And they're just diving at each other. You love to see it.
Yeah, really kind of active approach in the neutral here. Both players just kind of dancing around each other. Loving that 6P interruption there from Yushin.
Ooh, and again, another one. Yushin's doing some very tricky stuff and some very disrespectful stuff, and I think ElvenShadow's just getting caught off guard still. Just like, why would you do that there? Why are you doing that?
Yes, and then with the wake up super there, getting a little bit of guard pressure, guaranteeing the knockdown, but gets reversal thrown, the actions between each other, just a myriad of disrespect between the both of them. It gets the counter hit. Elven?
Let's going for it. Nice block. Ooh. Oh, gets the 2K, but goes straight into the air dash. Or the forward dash, I should say, and gets just J2K. That still covers a lot of space. It's still a pretty solid move, all things considered. And Yushin is getting caught off with that, but still in the match here, doing a great job.
Yeah, I would say so. I see, you know, in terms of like screen positioning, Yushin did good. Well, I was gonna say did a good job of pushing Elven to the corner, and Elven was just kind of like staying back, you know, playing the air game to try to escape from that. But yeah, so far in Yushin's favor, Faust trying to throw some items. What do we got?
Ooh. We got a small punish there, but that's absolutely fine. Oh, and ElvenShadow tried to grab the afro so he could get the powered up love, but unfortunately gets caught with 5 damage. It's just like, damn. Oh, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, luckily using the minions just get some corner carry, right? That's going to be guaranteeing, you know, getting this nice super wall break and a nice amount of momentum for Elven to close out this round. It'll be interesting if they go for a post wall break here. Yeah, and a nice recent change there for Faust. Definitely needed it. Goes for the super. That is not a safe jump, unfortunately. Oh, it doesn't block the burst. This is very, very scary for Yushin, but this might be able to be it right here. Nice burst. Yeah, just to get out of that pressure. Elven still has the positive meter bonus here, so that was so rough, man. You got the giant ton anvil coming at your head, an angry doctor, man. The strengthening of command throw has the RC ready to go. That was really rough there for Yushin. Yeah, imagine a dude with a bag on his head running at you, looking like Edward Scissorhands, and then suddenly you have hair. Like, that's a terrifying thought. Dude, not only that, like, this dude is running at you and there's an anvil about to fall on your head. And you're just like, with the back your back against the wall. Just like, how did I end up in this situation? Like, what steps did I take in life to end up here? Like, yeah, very much record scratch. You're probably wondering how I got here. Alright, using the BCL there. Trying to keep out of danger here. Okay, nice small punish again. Gonna keep the knockdown on ElvenShadow. ElvenShadow, though, no stranger to blocking Eno, that's for sure. Yeah, and I mean, he's been doing a fantastic job of it all set long. Like, some of the big exemplary things of like an Eno-centric game is just like, kind of siphoning the pressure, in and out, knockdown, Vortex. You know, it is what it is. But Yushin hasn't really been able to get that momentum going, even off of the advantageous rounds that they've gotten. They've come really down to the wire.
Yeah, it's all been close. Don't let the numbers fool you. Don't let the 2-0 currently fool you right now. Yushin has been putting in work against Elven, and Elven still has their back against the corner themselves. Oh, can punch that? Absolutely.
Yikes, alright. Yushin went for the big gamble there. Like, they literally did the hover dash forward gold burst despite being on low health and was trying to, make the only a hero comeback. Got a little bit close for comfort there, but Elven able to find the, the mash out to get there and just on game point now.
Oh! Got hit by the bounce of the hammer. That sucks. that just sucks. There's nothing else to say about that. Oh, 6H again, reaching so far. And ElvenShadow making sure to cancel after that so that they can get themselves moving faster. That was so smart from ElvenShadow.
Yeah, so yeah, just bursting right at the peak of danger, throwing out all the items in the world. Oh my god, yeah, I gotta be careful!
You nut, you shit!
Oh no! Oh yeah, Elven just having all the resources in the world, trying to find the closing hits of this match, and there it is. That beautiful 6H putting up so much work for Elven throughout this set. Gotta be taking it 3-0 over Yushin, looking very solid on the Faust. I mean, just in terms of overall control of the matchup, really felt like ElvenShadow had a very solid hold on everything going on.
Yep, and exactly. And as we talked about earlier too, the whole, okay, yeah, don't let the numbers fool you. Yushin has been keeping ElvenShadow at pretty low amounts of life, keeping it very even pretty much throughout the whole set. There's just like a small little bits of things here and there that Yushin probably can like incorporate into their game plan. And once they get there, being able to take out someone like ElvenShadow is a very, very high and very, very honorable prospect there. So, keep it up, Yushin. You are playing very well. Keep up that disrespect game because it is working extremely well for that play style. I'm so happy to see it. Once again, names that I'm not familiar with, doing big things. Just, it's so good.
Absolutely, man. I mean, Yushin, not out. I mean, that's someone that I would definitely have my eye on in terms of like the bracket loser side of things. Definitely could make that run because I liked both sides of the spectrum there because I felt like both of them were establishing a little bit of disrespect for Abare, right? We saw a lot of counter pokes interrupt from Yushin, 6Ps in between Faust pressure and just straight up jab checks. ElvenShadow not afraid to do the same thing. I think the issue was like when it reset back to the neutral game, ElvenShadow really started to run away with it. Just like, I'm going to toss my item, I'm going to toss my 6 heavy slash. Can you get in,
Yeah, and the answer usually was no, not really. And I think Yushin even blocked a few of those situations, but it was kind of like, okay, but no one plays Faust. What am I supposed to do here? You can kind of see those like small, like, okay, there's certain gaps that Yushin got caught with and whatnot, just probably because of like an unfamiliarity aspect, because not a lot of players are playing Faust right now. So it's just like, okay, got caught off guard here, there. But probably found a lot of things I was working to, and I think you just take that knowledge and you move forward with it. You go into the train lab, figure out why did this work? Oh, here, and here makes sense, and then I can go with full disrespect the next time ElvenShadow decides to cross my path.
There you go. Yeah, you always want to be in those situations where, like, if you're forced to solve for X, you want to know the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. All right, then I think we should take a moment to just thank our sponsors for like the whole tournament. Let's take a moment for that. So right over here, go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, in terms of sponsors that we have today, we have the one and only, the greatest manga supplier in the universe, publisher Gaiden Books, hooking you up with the latest and greatest manga out there. One of their new titles, Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. The physical release is coming out soon. We were just saying March is right around the corner. And so March 22nd, that date right there, you can pre-order now if you want to get the physical copy of the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. They have multiple other titles as well. Be sure to check out their website. There's Moto Knife from the Northworld series, the Shed Laskenry Saki-san series. Gaiden Books, a sponsor that's near and dear to my heart, but also a supporter of 956 Productions Vortex Gallery. Check them out.
Okay.
And hey, like we said, Vortex Gallery, they've been doing an amazing work all throughout being online, being a lot more heavily online, embracing a lot of games, and still giving these folks a community that they can really soak around and play these games together in tournament events. Check out their wearing guide and layout too. Get some shopping done. Get your goods got. You can definitely check out their summer designs too that they have restocked in there too. So if maybe you were like sitting there last time like, well, I can't get it quite now or anything like that. Hey, that's available for you too. We have artists like Stalker Rocker and Wolfie Cakes just deploying the good ass art as always. Just how are you gonna miss out on this? Go to 956pro.com/shop and get some nice swagwear today. Go to your next offline event and they'll be like, whoa, where'd you get that? Oh, well, you didn't hear about Winter Gaiden, did you?
Man.
Gosh, but big shouts to Winter Guide. And this is super hype. This is super exciting. Vortex Gallery always make me happy because every time I see him like post about a tournament on like Twitter or anything like that, it's just like, oh wow, yeah, I guess there can be a community for that game. Or oh, you're holding it down for every single region around the world. You're doing the thing that a lot of people are very upset about. These world tournament events aren't really exactly fulfilling or anything like that. So it's just like, yeah, keep up the good work. Shout out to Vortex Gallery. You're an inspiration. You're more than just kick ass. You're a freaking inspiration.
Straight up, right? Like, especially with this event, this is their Winter Guidance series. This isn't the full-on Vortex Gallery with the full list of games. But even if you go on the Winter Guidance Match GG and you look at like the events page, it's 3 games. There's like 15 events, and that's because it's just the sheer amount of region coverage that they do here for their game to make sure all different parts of the world are represented. It's really cool, especially for times like this where we are in the tradition of getting some offline tournaments back in the near future and some that have already passed, but like for the online tournaments, just making sure that representation is there. Really, really cool thing to see. So always a fan of what 956 Productions does with their events. Absolutely.
Right. And what a good time to embrace it once again, because just having every game starting to really attach that rollback aspect, or we're racing older games that already had like the Melty Blood caster, and I think Eternal Fire Zero also has something very similar to that. I think it was another caster also. I'm not very certain on that, but I know that online play was accessible there too, and they're just really taking the time to say, hey, if you all want to get together and do this online thing, we're willing to actually do that for you. And it's giving life to games that maybe didn't get enough attention before. It's giving life to different regions, like you mentioned, that didn't get enough attention before. This is just like this is like the big mother of fighting games right now. It's like, oh, hey, baby, it's gonna be okay. There's plenty of you all out here. You're all special to me. You're all special in the Vortex Gallery.
So true. I mean, definitely for me, in terms of the previous Vortex Gallery tournaments, one of the ones that holds a special place in my heart, one that I've been watching, is the CF Brazil tournament from 2021 and from 2020, if I'm not mistaken, because it's just like being exposed to that community. I mean, I've formed such a bond with them, and through watching their tournaments and everything and playing with some of the BB Tech community, I'm actually going to Brazil in April for their first in-person event, meeting a lot of people there, and that is a connection that I would not have been able to make without Vortex Gallery and learning more about the Brazilian community and everything. So really already seeing that transition of like because of the region exposure that Vortex Gallery has been able to provide, connecting people all around the world in online and subsequent offline events. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's awesome. Have a damn good time out there, because
it's gonna be something, man.
Yeah. God, you're gonna be eating so good down there.
Oh, that's I mean, fighting games, love them, but it might be secondary for that trip.
Right,
I mean,
right.
The food is the primary. Like, that's
like,
what we're looking for.
The passion of fighting games, makes you want to live, but the food literally keeps you alive and makes you want to live for more of that. So it's like you have commentary at like 2:30. Can we see you then? No. I gotta get lunch. It's like, you had lunch 2 hours ago. And go on.
Lunch 2. Have you heard of it?
Lunch 2. Yeah.
If lunch is so good, why is there no lunch 2?
It's like, and then I decided, yeah, I can make lunch 2. Me, Crack Atkins, is gonna make lunch 2.
Oh my gosh, man!
But
yeah.
I will say, as an aside, because we recently just now connected onto Twitter, I saw a certain tournament that you're heading to soon.
Yes, I will be going to Winter Showdown next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this week, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess now it is officially Sunday, so it is technically this week. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna see you there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the Colorado area playing some mad games. Guilty Gear Strive being one of them. So yes. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, no, I'll just be chilling. I'll be running the Mystery Game tournament on Friday, and then Saturday I'm just pretty much hanging out, helping out commentary, any sort of help that they need. And then the moment that they say you're good for the day, getting that nice bar action over there and just chilling for the night.
You're like maybe the third person that I've like, when talking about Winter Showdown, they brought up the bar. Like, I've never been to Winter Showdown before, but like that is like the most consistent thing that I hear about the tournament.
It's like one of those things, right? Like, you probably you're like, okay, yeah, I know there's a barcade in the area, and your idea of a barcade is like, okay, half rundown machines, some work, some don't. They might have an all right drink selection here or there, but it's kind of like, meh. No, they actually put love into the arcade itself. So it's a Japanese style arcade where everything works. And if something doesn't, just tell the fucking owners. He's like, yeah, it's fine, I can fix this. But on top of that, it's just like they import Japanese beers and whiskeys and everything like that, and make cocktails out of them too. It's just like everything they do with their cocktails is just, oh, it's so good. It's a very, very favorite bar for me.
I'm with it. So, I mean, that's my birthday weekend. So that sounds like an awesome weekend to spend for me.
Yeah, well, I guess I know I'm getting someone a birthday drink this weekend. Could be anybody.
Well, I'm looking forward to celebrating it for now. We got to see who's going to be celebrating the dub between CD Lime and BageL. Got Eno and Giovanna action on our screen coming up for our next match.
Ooh, yes, and CD Lime is a person I've played online every now and then too, so I know that BageL's in for a fight. Let's just put it that way. BageL is in for a match right now.
Well, I mean, CD Lime has already taken the violence straight to BageL, as we already see a burst used in the first 10 seconds. But that's not deterring CD Lime from any type of rush down that's going on. Using the burst to maintain that corner pressure. Into the corner we go.
Push towards corner again. Yeah, CD Lime is the one thing I've big noted about CD Lime is they're really good at hit confirming, especially into 6P, and then doing stuff like that too, like just BRC, look at situation. Yeah, I know the exact move I need to be doing in this situation, and just loves looking for confirms. That's just their specialty, confirming.
Yeah, I mean, the case in point right there, right? That's one of the beautiful things about like the this kind of range of options that you can use in RC4. You know, you could use it to extend your combos, you could use it to defensive for YRC, but literally just pausing the screen and having an informed decision of what to do afterwards is such an undervalued skill, I feel.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of those like skill sets that, jeez, so good at confirming. But anyway, one of those skill sets that, yeah, I feel like it's not used in it's still definitely the make or break between that mid-level aspect of like competitive mid-level and that competitive high level, where I'm using all the tools that the game has given me to make the best options at any given time. And I feel like CD Line is like one of the better players who uses RCs so extremely well. Oh, and BageL's got a hole in it right now, just using that gold burst and nothing there.
Yeah, it feels like BageL is trying to, and I mean, rightfully so, I understand. CD Line, it's been all momentum in their favor throughout the entirety of this match. So BageL just kind of looking for that momentum shift, trying to find it in the form of that gold burst. No one home, and I mean, because they made that commitment so early on in the game, just gave CD Line full ticket to ride with that oppression session, getting another round on the board. BageL looking for answers.
Yeah, but that train is going real fast here. Let's see if BageL has a ticket here, trying to find their way out, trying to find the gates to escape from, and just CD Lime is just on top of it all the time, just like cooking a fine plate of chicken, and you just finish off with a little bit of lime. Well, here's CD Lime with a lot of lime, and I'm getting sour over this right now.
Oh my gosh, I would bet that BageL's feeling bitter. I don't even know if there's a bitter BageL that's in the world, but
oh, poppy seed.
Oh, okay. That's why we have you know? I was trying to blink, man.
Food is important, like we talked about. Food is very important.
True.
And right now, CD Lime is eating.
Eating good. I mean, like, CD Lime has just really been all over BageL. Like I said, it feels like BageL is once again looking for that point of momentum to get anything started, trying to rely on burst multiple times, and none of it has really come to fruition for them. After seeing another wall break with the super, BageL in trouble.
And one thing I was seeing CD Lime doing at the beginning of the match that was making me go, but like, I can't tell if it's a disrespectful thing or if it's a I'm looking for something thing, was doing that 2-5P jab again. And that was until BageL finally bursted. And I'm like, oh, CD Lime was looking for that burst as best they can. That's messed up. Like, you're thinking like 5 steps ahead. Like, you don't even need to worry about the burst anymore, quite honestly. And, like, if you get bursted, that's fine. You are playing such a stringent game. Oh my God.
The shimmy with the stat heavy slash straight into the super. Adios and CD Lime. I mean, it may be a sour fruit, but that gameplay was looking quite sweet as they're going to get the 3-0 over BageL and move on to this winner's side. That was amazing.
Yeah, juiced it for all it's worth. Just the lime in there. Oh, gosh. Sometimes you see matches like that, you're just like, some people have just understood the game from such a different and higher perspective that's just like, oh, wow, you can do that. That's the kind of stuff that I talk about, like, oh, yeah, in my back of my head, I'm like, shadow find, like, oh yeah, I could do all this cool stuff and like confirm perfectly and like bait out every burst and throw perfectly. And then C-Lime's just the person who actually like legitimately does that. And I'm just like, yeah, that can't be me. I'm not going to be that good anytime soon. But it's nice to see that it is still plausible for some of us out there.
Right, you know, and seeing like a player like that kind of take those concepts and just perform them, you know, in a tournament set no less, where, you know, the pressure is on, you only have 3 games that you need to win in order to prove it, is definitely quite the impression to make. And as a defender, you know, if you're going up against that, you really need to have the willpower and mindset to kind of power through those types of things. But it can be really rough when you just like, you know, have someone like CD Lime standing in front of you and just like, what do I do, man? Like,
yeah. Like, when you have every decision in front of you that you've made turn into like a, well, dang, that didn't work, for like the course of like 3 matches, this is like, ooh, that's just that, when that tournament mindset aspect comes in, it's like, okay, that's how the match went. These things happen. I have to let it go. I'm still in the bracket, mind you. That just moves into lower bracket. That is still in the game, but you have to just look back on them like, all right, what could I have done different? Did I start getting flustered somewhere along the way that made me lose focus here or there? You have to really gauge what the last match looked like and what you can do better moving on to the rest of the bracket. And I hope that, you know, they get the opportunity to do that. But CD Lime, on the other hand, moving in with pure confidence. I feel a little bit scared for their next opponent, whoever that might be.
Oh, man. I mean, if they were watching the stream, you got to just be like, "Ooh, all right, well, that's what's happening, I guess."
Yeah, just like, ooh, all right, just stretch the back a little bit and get a glass of water. Once again, we're at home. We're doing these tournaments at home. So it's just like, okay, I'm just going to walk away from the screen for a bit, grab a glass of water, and just kind of look at the wall. Okay, all right, yeah, I got this. I'm a good player. I'm still a good player. That match didn't work out, but I'm still a good player, and get back in there.
Yes, mentality is the name of the game, especially in a game like this, such as Guilty Gear Strive, which we know to be so explosive and sometimes so unforgiving and so punishing of mistakes. The willpower and just like need to succeed and just like staying present-minded is definitely a huge aspect of being a like competitor in Guilty Gear Strive. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, exactly that whole thing, because and I'm going to liken it back to at least the XR days, where a lot of people who don't really like playing against Alpha, which I don't blame them, the thing they didn't like about Alpha is that she was very, very explosive and having very, very good moves that all lead to high damage combos or very pressure situation. Strive is that across the board. So I think that's one of those things that's like, you have to really just let it go and just say, everyone has these good options. I got hit by one of them. What do I do next time to not get hit in that first place so they don't explode, or I make it complicated for them to hit me?
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. We are heading into the next match here. Bdarka, another Faust, gonna go up against Nagoroyuki, being handled by Fireworks.
Hey, you know what ticks me off? I just said, like, not many people play Faust, and we already got 2 Fausts! Like, Faust rate.
Tied for one of the most common characters on stream, actually.
Oh man, Faust throw is so freaking long that that is such a good tool against Nagoroyuki who explode like that, because the throw takes so long before he actually does the rest of his damage. Ooh, safer from Bdarka.
Yo, the hammer saved the day!
Yo, that was the hammer. Hammer the MVP. You love to see.
For real, because Fireworks off that counter hit, there was no burst available for Bdarka. That definitely could have been a point of like a momentum shift. But Bdarka, well prepared for it.
Bdarka trying to get back in there, trying to play a little bit more aggressively this time. Oh, great 6P on the scalpel. That is absolute 6P from any range, but still, Love comes out and stops Fireworks again from approaching.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see Fireworks' approach to this round, because I feel like the last round, I mean, a significant chunk of what they were able to do in the match was significantly stifled by the blood gauge and just losing so much health after the pop. So we're seeing, oh my gosh, that was so clutch!
So clean. Oh, gets all the way too under the 2H. 2H. Yo, and just gonna fly over. Yo. Okay.
Yo.
Okay, from I thought Bdarka got
out of the air. Yeah, no, Fireworks able to get it. I mean, perfectly timed, right? To just avoid for that explosion over the Afro. Still caught in this corner, trying to fight their way out. Finding the low, has the RC gauge to spin, gets the scoop, and there it is. Fireworks with a very nice response.
Oh, that was so good, Fireworks. Really making a comeback there. Make sure to chase down Bdarka and not give the spacing. And now that they've also sealed off that, yes, the scalpel over and over, this is a very great situation because Bdarka's going to run out of options here, and that is exactly what Fireworks needs.
Yeah, we're just seeing this great adaptation here from Fireworks. It's almost like they're a completely different player from the game one. Just taking it slowly but surely, you know, measuring their approach and doing some fantastic displays against that Scalpel. Right now, kind of stuck in this corner. Oh, another one of those amazing scoops out of the air.
Oh my gosh, and throwing it out of the air, absolutely don't care. Gonna get on the board, actually, after that first match once again, that first round once again. Just completely different player, just needed to watch once and just be like, okay, I see what you like to do, I see what you're looking for, I see what you feel is safe. Let me interrupt all of that, and now you're running out of options. You're gonna start doing more of your desperate options, like a lot more jumping, case in point, and Fireworks is ready for these aspects.
Absolutely. I mean, just to connect the dots, we were just talking about Guilty Gear Strive player mindset and adaptations and the power of just, like, you know, taking into account situations and just having the proper counterplay afterwards. The Fireworks definitely just showing a full example of that case in point.
But I like what's happening on the other hand for Bdarka, because it's like, okay, if you're gonna adapt, watch this. I'm gonna throw out a bunch of items, and you have to deal with all of these. And it's working extraordinarily well so far. Gonna get the full combo off of this. Yep.
Ooh, I actually thought that was gonna be able to kill that the Nagoroyuki Guts factor. It's always present.
Yeah. Guts always playing a factor into these games here. It's like everyone gets thrown off guard. Ooh, okay, nice backdash into the 5S, I guess Rekka chain, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, broke ankles.
Yeah, getting the counter hit started off the Beyblade. You can see Fireworks trying to keep the matchup at a closer range. Wasn't a big fan of the range game that Bdarka was implementing in that previous round. And just saying, like, you know, I'd rather keep the match a little bit up close. Please stop throwing items.
I'm begging you, dog. Please stop throwing these items.
Like, I know that's like your game plan and everything, but like this. Oh my god! Horizontal slash across the screen. I have multiple hits to the Scalpel. Mix the RC. Why RC? Don't get anything started. Fireworks. Look for the massive momentum here.
Baby, you're a firework right now. You're about to explode into a lot of damage here. Bdarka trying to get out, has no FD left, and this could be an easy tip out for Fireworks, but Fireworks is not going for it. Has all the meter too.
It seems like Fireworks is really trying to enforce that they're covering the air, and rather than saying I'm going to go on the oppressive and try to get those last bits of damage, just saying, Bdarka, I'm not allowing for you to escape to the corner. You're gonna live and die by the corner. Like, oh my god, there's so much going on, man.
And the life totals are still even after all that.
No one could make sense of the chaos there. I mean, we had freaking meteors, a bomb, a mini fouls. Like, what's going on?
Ooh, okay, knocking it back here. They're playing around the items. They're extremely playing around the items. Meteors did come out just barely.
Yes, oh this Fireworks cool common collective play style. It's again a bit of a switch up from what we saw with the previous round. We saw previously they were trying to get the matchup in the mid screen. This time, Bdarka's item tosses are definitely throwing a wrench into the game plan, and a bomb, and a meteor, and a trumpet, and what else does he have, man? And everything in the kitchen sink is being thrown out from Bdarka right now, and that is one of the dangerous ways in which you play against Faust. If you are playing that full screen game and allowing him to dictate the pace, it becomes really hard to predict, because what is he gonna throw out? Like,
Right, that was one of the biggest changes from previous games. You know, a lot of people say from previous Faust, like, oh, all you get is like the really good items and stuff like that. It's like, well, the case in point, why are you letting me throw these items? Now they've changed the aspect of like, I can eventually get a good item because I have no limitations on how many items I can throw. I just get to throw as fast as I want to. And I think Fireworks needs to get to that last point of like, where do I prevent Faust from throwing these items? Just has to get to that last area to make sure that they can win this game plan. Oh gosh. What a confirm!
Yeah, that was beautifully executed there from Bdarka. Going to be guaranteeing the wall break. No hard knockdown, and Fireworks is... Oh my god, I mean, I was going to say that Fireworks is actually still pretty dangerous, but no, off of that throw, going to be able to catch it in. Bdarka looking excellent going into this second round of Game 3.
I like the appropriateness of these games following each other. Like, Fireworks, very bright and explosive and loud, and then Bdarka, because, you know, it's dark outside. So they're really just two opposite ends of the yin and yang. Oh, no! Woo! Ooh.
Okay, Shadow stepping through. Yeah, just slowly but surely picking apart, traversing the neutral game. Has Bdarka locked in this corner. The BRC to freeze the screen. Oh, I think they thought they had the wall spot there. I actually thought that they did as well.
Yeah, there was a weird slowdown there. I also thought the same thing, but damn, that 2H2 was
Hello.
so much fun.
Yes, that's been a Fireworks go-to button in those advantageous situations. I think they are just so committed to making sure that Bdarka doesn't take to the skies. They're willing to bet the gambit on that 2H time and time again.
Yeah, and I will say a thing about 2H is that it does cover a lot of range on Faust because he's such a tall lad that it just covers like, okay, if Faust wants to do a 2H, that puts his legs up in the air, and you can 2H that too. So it's just like, oh, you really can't like poke me from, you know, certain distances and whatnot.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a little short.
Okay, yeah, just burst instantaneously. Fireworks trying to make it happen right now against the Rekka RC cancel. Putting Bdarka under pressure with just a reversal throw. Bdarka finding the gaps, looking for the dub.
Oh, no!
Unfortunate miscalculation there. Woo! Yo, the JK to avoid the anvil. Are you kidding me? Oh no! No! Blood! Wait, what is it gonna do? Oh my!
Death from above! Death from above!
You gotta be kidding me, man. Fireworks. I mean, definitely making for some explosive, exciting gameplay. We're nowhere near the 4th of July. We're just in late February, but my oh my.
Yeah, both these characters are definitely shining and showing what they're worth against these fireworks here. So let's see if Bdarka can come from the darkness and become the light of everyone's lives.
Bdarka, the one that's influencing the pace here. Fireworks, no burst available. Throw in the corner. A sentence that only makes sense in Guilty Gear Strive.
We live it out here. We know we got our own language. You love this here. My gosh. Not gonna be enough. Gonna fall a little bit short here, but still has 50 meter and positive bonus at the same time.
The reversal. Gonna be bringing out the wheelchair, willing their way into victory, and it's gotta sting.
You see him rolling, and Fireworks is hating right now, but now on match point, I believe.
I mean, that was definitely a right and dirty play, if you ask me.
Alright, push towards the corner here. Fireworks getting the early advantage here. Both of them do not have burst. A little bit lower on Darker side. Oh no! Fireworks keeps thinking that he can hit the firework, or the fireworks. You know what, screw it, we'll call it that. Behind him, but it's just like, it's not happening. They're not getting it for some reason.
Unfortunate stuff. Another one of those trusty 2 heavy slashes there. You see the payoff of whenever they land that button. And I mean, I think you really kind of nailed it of why we have seen that button time and time again, of how well it has been in controlling that airspace from Faust. Because he's just such a tall boy, such a tall lad.
Yeah.
It's getting a lot of payoff from it, you know?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely working. And Fireworks super aware of it. So I don't think this is their first rodeo against Faust. Oh no! Okay, I was a little bit afraid that the Afro didn't light on fire. Well, the Afro's on fire now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, this is that pacing that I don't feel like Fireworks wants to be in, where they are stuck in the full screen, having trouble getting in, and Bdarka just throwing these items back.
Yeah, it's so difficult to actually get in anywhere. And Fireworks is trying to make those big plays so that they can catch up on life, but I think that's making them a little bit more flustered in this case in point. Okay, this is huge for it. Will Bdarka be able to... Oh no, they tried to do a burst safe route, didn't work out, but the Afro is on fire, and so is Bdarka, getting those 2 hits at the very end there. That is, what a match. Okay, maybe I was wrong in the count, so it should be 2 apiece now, if that's correct.
Yeah, it looks like it's 2-2. I mean, these two just making these back and forth adaptations back to back. Again, definitely, if you're Fireworks right now, you have to shake that last round out of your head and just be like, yeah, that's exactly the situation I don't want to be in. How am I going to get out of it? Bdarka going a little bit more on the offensive this time around.
Ooh, and that burst was actually perfect because it got right through the Afro exploding, so they avoided any sort of situation where they block after that or anything like that. So good stuff from Fireworks.
My gosh, yeah, pulled into the Afro, and I am recognizing something else that's going on. Fireworks' blood gauge is super high, so like the other reason why that like they are just kind of sitting there staring at Bdarka throwing items because like, well, their movement is kind of tied to specials and they don't want to pop blood, so it's a very dangerous situation to be in.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a really good point. I didn't fully recognize that because I saw them playing the footsies game there for a majority of that last round and everything like that. And I think that's partially because, like, yeah, sure, you want to play footsies, but it's like, I can't approach unless I want to explode. And I'm already at life deficit, so you have to kind of make that really tough decision to say, I'm going to try to play the safe game, and hopefully you make an egregious mistake, and unfortunately Fireworks is on the other end of that.
Yeah, and this is actually kind of happening once again. Oh my god!
No!
How lucky can one guy be? My gosh, that was a lot of bombs going off. Fireworks will explode off the blood gauge, and just that timely punish with the command throw. More than enough time in order to guarantee the dub, as Bdarka gonna be getting the 3-2 victory over Fireworks. And what was the... Oh, really? Explosive set. I feel like explosive was said at least 5 times in this commentary, but that is just all I can really think of when looking at that set because my gosh.
Yeah. No, they definitely were going left and right. They were scrapping super hard, and a lot of things did catch fire. So realistically, if Fireworks absolutely applies into this setup here, and it was just really, really good from Bdarka to realize, like, okay, you've shown me that you can know how to negate my pokes. You're using a lot of 2H. You're using a lot of 6P against Scalpel. I'm starting to rack these informations up, and I'm going to play a style that, let me see how you react to this. You've shown me you know how to play against Faust normally. Now, how do you play against Faust, his specialty? And the answer was that you saw the slow play at first from Fireworks, you know, trying to do a little bit more fundamentals of Fuzies, using a lot more dash to get in and out, using some special moves from certain ranges. But that started to reel back a bit as some of the randomness started to affect Fireworks negatively. And as the match went on and as more mistakes stacked up because of the items and reacting to them incorrectly, I kind of get that feeling from Fireworks that they were starting to get frustrated. They were trying to get in as much as possible. If anything looked a little bit off, this is the time to dash in and press a button, which then led to more troubles in the future. So, and then we saw that final explosion because trying to rush that shit down at the end.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just the way it goes, especially on a character like Nagoroyuki, to where it's just like, you gotta kind of fight and resist that urge to just say, I'm going in, I'm doing it now, I'm making it, you know, my way or the highway, because you do have some, like, shackles in the case of, like, your blood gauge. You know, you can't go too crazy. You do have to kind of go cool, calm, and collected, steady, and just kind of going based off of what's happening on the screen, you know, because that was one thing that we did, you know, eventually notice in like the final game of why Fireworks was stuck to the opposite side of the screen, just kind of watching Faust throw items. It's like, oh, he can't move, like he actually can't do anything. So it's just like a really kind of interesting turn of events there.
Yeah, and kind of even through that interaction there, that I'm trying to do full screen, like 5H and whatnot, try to poke something out maybe. You saw that eventually Fireworks got a little bit impatient, tried to do a dash in, and at that moment, Bdarka did the Scalpel, and that was like the first time in like 4 rounds that the Scalpel was missed on neutral. Didn't 6P or anything like that, just caught off guard. And I think that was that last little moment was like, okay, I broke them. I showed that I have gotten them off guard enough of all these items that they're not looking for Scalpel anymore. And now I've cycled out their options enough to say, now I get to play my game however I want to. And you saw that here's a bunch more items, but once Bdarka got in, it was just aggression from there. Just playing it very smart, making it very difficult to land a hit from Fireworks' side, and just took the match in a very clean way at the end. That was so good.
There it is, yeah. Bdarka getting it on the board for the most popular character in Guilty Gear Strive, Faust, according to Ryudo.
I can't believe I'm being blown up like this. I'm playing the game.
No, but Bdarka does move on. They're going quite deep in the bracket. They are a game away from qualifying the top 8. They're going to be going up against that one guy. That is their tag. That one guy. So fight for a chance that win inside top 8.
Okay. All right, then. So it looks like we are still waiting for a couple of matches. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors real quick. So.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
So just we were talking about a lot of reads in that last match here, but if you're looking to do your own reads, we have the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting that's coming out soon on physical release, March 22nd. Definitely pre-order it now because Gaiden Books is hooking it up on the US side of things. They're a publisher for all the cool folks out there looking for some cool, unique, different mangas than from their Shonen Jumps and other popular manga collections over in Japan. So definitely check them out, get some new manga in your life, and have a good time reading the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and we've definitely had players getting kind of, lost in the mix when it comes to the mix of the Guilty Gear Strive, but you should just simply succumb to the Vortex and embrace yourself in drip, because look at all of this beautiful merch that they have for sale at 956pro.com/shop. They got hoodies, they got shirts, they got masks, they got stickers, hats, and just a whole bunch of quality merch drafted up by some amazing artists to give you guys some just very cool art pieces and stuff to wear and flaunt out at your next major. You know, that's really a common theme that we've been talking about, online to offline transitions. It's happening. It could be happening this year. Why not just show up dripped out, ready to go in some of that Vortex Gallery merch? Let them know who sent you. Winter Gaiden, Vortex Gallery 956 Productions. 956pro.com/shop is where you want to go.
But yeah. Like you even already got like an anime shirt going on over there. You're ready to get into the real world. You have sick artist shirts and everything like that. It's like, damn, I'm out here wearing my tattooed chicken shirt. Like, no one gives a damn about tattooed chicken. They want to see that sick May art.
Dude, yeah, I had to represent for May today, man. Like, I feel like there's been like a because I play May and Viking now, and there's been a steady decrease in May representation in tournaments as of late. I just want to make sure that this character's still remembered. Like the sound of Totogeki and dolphins is still being played, you know, in people's subconscious nowadays. You know.
The weird thing is, now that you've said that out loud, I'm like, when was the last time I fought a May? Oh my god, I fought a lot more Faust than I fought May. What is? Oh!
She still exists, I promise. Like, please look past the pain in my voice as I say that. She's still there.
She's still real to me, damn it. All right, well, getting back to the real here, we have that one guy now facing Bdarka, fresh off the last match. I'm very curious to see how this goes. I always feel like the Anji Faust match is a really interesting one here.
Yeah, not one that you see very often, too. Pretty rare characters through and through. And this is a qualifier for top 8 winner side, so see what we have going on here. That one guy currently kind of lost in the sauce between all the items and just range gameplay that's been going on. Bdarka coming in fire off of that last set.
And to give a little bit of background to that one guy, I went to go look at their tournament run so far. I went to Gaiden, and they have not played yet. They have had 2 people who had to drop out of the tournament, and now they're fighting for their lives in winners quarterfinals.
What a position to be in. It was just like, I checked in. All right, what's going on? They're like, cool, you play a match for top 8 right now. It's on stream.
Yeah,
that
like,
one guy's like, all right.
All right. Who am I playing? The one person who's warmed up in this tournament. Okay. Yeah, you see Bdarka just really handling the matchup well, trying to keep that distance, not pressing too many far away buttons, because that's where that one guy's actually doing a lot of spin to wins out there. And he's like, okay, yeah, I don't want you to poke me from that far, because that accesses my hurt box, and then that puts me in danger. So you're seeing those very safe pokes, the backing out, more watching here and there to make sure nothing comes out with the spin to win with that one guy.
Yeah, I mean, spin can be a valuable tool in this matchup when it comes to like scalpel and I guess dive kick and things of that sort. To just kind of get in and close in that space where Anji needs to be to threaten Fujin and things like that. Oh no, yeah, you gotta be mindful of the little minions, those pesky little things.
Oh, an air dash right over the horn, and oh god, it's getting a little bit harder for that one guy to make it that one in that he needs.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, they've kind of lost a lot of resources. Oh yeah, beautiful recognition of the situation there. Bdarka say, I mean, you gotta burst. Like,
yeah. It's one of those burst stages. It's like, either I die with the burst, knowing that they're probably gonna try to bait it out, or I give it all I've got. And sometimes it just looks bad, but you have to do it, right?
Yeah. One thing I noticed about both of those rounds there, like, they were almost very, very similar in nature. Of like Bdarka sitting on a little bit of a life lead, that one guy, you know, trying to close it out and make a comeback, but they had full tension both times. So hopefully there's a way that they can find a way to utilize that tension and not die with it, because that's always the worst feeling in the world. It's like missed opportunities of what could have been, you know?
Right, exactly. Oh!
That was clean. I like that.
Yeah, that was not a missed opportunity. Got a nice spin through the 6H there. Ooh, it gets the burst this time too. Nice 5K Abare on the the Scarecrow. That was so good.
Oh my gosh, okay. So what could that one guy be? Oh my gosh, I was gonna say, what could they be thinking of here? Again, another case in point of dying with that tension. Not going for any like Fujin RC cancels or looking for a parry of any sort, but an invitation to dance from that round start dive kick with Bdarka. That one guy will take that invitation to dance for push in the corner, slowly but surely. Ooh, Bdarka saying otherwise.
Yeah, right now, Bdarka is taking it as a dance of death and just doing so much work against that one guy. I think that one guy tried to actually do a spin on Wake Up, but Bdarka grabs it, and yeah, that's going to be a wall break for sure. Going to get meter back at the same time. That one guy has 50 meter, though. Can do something.
Yeah, just trying to find a way to make it happen. Bdarka just instantaneously going for the very concise, conservative game plan. Just throwing out those itty-bitty jabs. You know, I just need a little bit of damage to make it happen. You're going to have to approach. And, yeah, the big 6H follow as they blow up 2 games up. They're a game away from qualifying for top 8.
Yeah, Bdarka looking very strong. I would say, so far has shown that they're very deserving of the top 8 position right now. Just the confidence that they're playing with, the understanding that how their opponent is reacting to them is just looking so good. Being able to fast screen dash with Faust, mind you, not one of the fastest characters in the game, and get a throw off is insanely good, and it shows that high confidence that they've earned this entire match.
Yeah, it's definitely a statement-making decision. Oh, wow, okay, we are utilizing some tension gauge now. RC is back-to-back, but Bdarka comes out on top with a throw.
Ooh, and there it is again. Gotta go for the throw, though. It's like, yeah, you thought you had minions? Nah, dog.
Yeah, just another one of those run-up throws. Oh, you gotta be careful of that! Okay, recognize it. No! I think that one guy recognized the bomb, stopped the combo early, and was just like, should I hit it? And they hesitated for a bit, and that slight hesitation was the exact timing in which the bomb was like, well, it's happening. It's exploded right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things that it's like, yeah, sometimes you feel like you just need to hit the bomb to just do something with it, to do something to make the situation better, but that was one of the situations where it's like, okay, when you're near the wall anyway, even if you do kick the bomb, it's bouncing right back at you. You're not getting out of that situation. It's too big of an explosion. And so that's one of the times you just have to hold that and just say, next time you're dead. Oh no!
Oh, not again! No!
It keeps happening!
Man, okay, there's another bomb. Are we gonna see it happen? Please, not 3 times! That one guy,
no, you can't do this. You can't do this.
It won't happen. It won't happen. Not a fourth time. Oh no!
Oh, that one guy pressing that one button every time the bomb was out. It's just sometimes you just get antsy, I guess, and you see that bomb right in front of you, like, but it would be so much fun to just hit that bomb back, and it was fun, but not for who you thought it was. It called an ambulance, but actually for me.
Yes, no, in this case, definitely for me. Yeah, I think it was just like that one guy looking for, because we noticed the tension gauge being unused during every single round ender there, and I think just in general, in terms of approaching Bdarka, they were just looking for answers. But when it came to that bomb coming on the screen, once they covered the ground, they were looking for answers in all the wrong places, as, you know, constantly making contact with the bomb, doing such a good amount of work of not only hitting that one guy, but resetting back into an advantageous position for Bdarka, taking advantage of that and getting subsequent games for it.
Yeah, it's such a shame because it shows that they were paying attention very well. That one guy was paying attention to all the items on screen and trying to react to them. And so it's just like that one slight step away is like, you have the right idea. You just have to make the right decision from there on out. And that makes the Faust like have to hold back a lot more and say, okay, no, I have to play the poke game, or I have to throw out more items, and I have to play around that. And it's just like, oh, just that last little bit of like, you can hit that bomb back on time. You make the Faust second guess themselves. They have to watch for you to hit the bomb so they can hit the bomb back at you.
Yes, you know, getting a little bit of a Wii Tennis mini game there, but not a your traditional Wii Tennis game. It's more of like a hot potato going on.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised that's not going to be on the new Wii Sports Resort. How dare you, Nintendo? I have a few complaints, and there's like 10 complaints under each few complaints. So I'm going to be talking your ear off. Give me hot potato.
they need what's his name, the boxing guy. They said that they confirmed they're not having any of the bosses. There's like that one guy from Wii Boxing is like unbeatable. I don't know, man. There's two people I know that are unbeatable in this bracket so far, and that's Myloo and CD Lime. They're both fighting for the winner's side top 8 match. Neither of them have dropped the game. Both of them are like 6-0 in terms of rounds. So we're seeing a clash of two players that have been gaming, you know.
Right. And this is kind of an interesting matchup too, because I think I've read this is one of the harder matches for Giovanna. Just trying to get back into Axel, it seems to be a little bit difficult, but you know, different Giovannas, different thought processes. I think once the line has the confidence that once they're in, they're just gonna play. They're just gonna play whatever they want, and you have to make the bad guesses.
Oh my gosh. There's only been one like flow and tone of CD Line matches that I've seen today, and it's been CD Line cornering their opponent as soon as possible and just implementing that rush down, having full control of the match. It hasn't been a change of pace yet. Like
yeah, like the only thing that Myloo was able to do there was like a 2K. And CD Line like backs off, is like, okay, I respect that, but it's not a problem realistically, because look at that. CD Line got all the damage back, was in the right range for the rainwater, and just cool. I keep getting the play. I'm right here. Nice throw there from Myloo.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for Myloo to kind of just, you know, change position, get things kind of going in their flow. And you see them using the opportunity to say, CD Lime, I want you in the corner, but I want to do it in a range that's, you know, advantageous for me, just going in that bob and weave, in and out type of playstyle. You see Lime on their toes, trying to go for a wall break here. Beautiful conversion. Man, oh man, good stuff there from Myloo.
Yeah, that was a really good way, because like CD Lime was controlling that round the entire way until that last little gambit, and Myloo just took it from there.
I love the way that Myloo plays that. Not going too overzealous on the pressure and just playing their ranges very well. You know, having to read when CD Lime's going to try to escape the corner, meeting them with the proper buttons. That was excellently played.
Now it's just getting better for Myloo. Myloo just remember, like, wait a second, I'm Axel. I don't have to be near you. I don't have to do anything.
So that power up ready. You got to be careful of the time stop. Yeah, they utilize it right in the blocks and right before it goes away. CD Lime finding a knockdown in this corner, gets the throw. This is the CD Lime momentum we've been talking about.
Oh, and I like what CD Lime did there, just using the 5H there as like a visual confusion to try to get someone to press a button, and just Myloo doesn't bite. But Myloo is going to bite the dust after that last conversion right there.
Yikes, that was... that's not something that had done to me very often. Of like the DP with Giovanna and the RC cancel for the instant overhead there, that was very tricky.
It's disgusting. It's so good. Giovanna has a lot of those weird, like, visually confusing, and also like weird RC points that are just like, oh wow, yeah, I get to hit you in this weird situation or do this thing. A sec here, looks like I lost connection, unfortunately.
Oh no, it looks like the same thing has happened for me, but it looks like they may be in a match. We're watching an Avatar fighter here at the moment.
Let me go to our side stream and see if they're playing. No, they were also kicked out.
Yeah, the D-Stink. Battle of the health bars.
Battle of the health bars. It's fine. It's fine. So
well, I mean, I can tell you based off the health bars, this looks like one of those CD Lime momentum games.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like that Myloo was staying alive for a little bit there. Just like, you know, got that, okay, I got out of this situation. I'm going to poke you out for a little bit longer. But it's not enough. So we're going to the second round here in the second match.
Okay, so yeah, a little bit of a stall there. Oh my gosh, yo, that light bar is different for CD Lime.
Yeah. Myloo not letting CD Lime in whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what I imagine, right? Because unless it's some like crazy Myloo Axel rushdown being tapped into right now, I think CD Lime's getting zoned out. That's my premonition. Is that a perfect?
Ooh, we're on the edge of it, that's for sure. Yeah.
That was actually a perfect. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What a response.
Oh no, it's not over. It's not over yet.
Myloo? Arxis, what do you mean? There's no more light bar there. What do you mean that it's not? Wait, what is happening?
Myloo?
Does he have a magic pixel? What do you mean?
Okay.
I'm like, what are you? That was, I gotta say, in all of my Guilty Gear Strive playing, that is definitely the hardest mix-up I've ever been hit by in my life.
Yeah, good stuff, Myloo. Congratulations, you won that round, right? Why's your Ballard going down? Right? It's over, right? No! We're getting a round 2 of this, though. Myloo taking a very early lead. Taking a very... I'm not going to say it's a perfect, because he got faded last time.
I'm not speaking too soon on this, because I don't want to say it's a perfect, because it's just like, is
okay,
it over?
The heart's gone.
Okay, the heart is gone. So it was actually a perfect this time. So.
Right. All right, good stuff to Myloo, getting on the board here. So great stuff for real this time. And we're gonna have to just watch from afar here. So I believe that's 1 apiece now between the two of them.
Seems so. Oh gosh. Yeah, you can really kind of tell who's getting like you can imagine in your head what's going on with the matches based off the health bars and the earlier interactions of the match. Like, you know, CD Lime got like almost half life done. Okay, probably looks like that he had like Myloo in the corner, but Myloo just trying to find their way out. Maybe getting some of those reversal 2Ks we were talking about. You know, just slowly but surely. But like CD Lime was just like, no, got the momentum, just trying to close it out.
Yeah, big chillin'.
I don't know. The damage is starting to add up. I don't know. CD Lime's getting kind of short there, just about even.
Yeah. Like, the fact that they're starting to even out a little bit is like, okay, they're probably actually starting to get used to, like, each other's playstyles, what they're looking for, and everything like that.
Oh, snap.
And, Myloo taking the next one there. CD Lime's finding a little bit of a wall to get over here. And so, you know, we like you mentioned earlier, we saw that play from CD Lime, right? very, very confident, likes to bait out a lot of stuff, you know, likes to play in a style that's like, I know what you're going to do. That JoJo style where it's like, next you're gonna burst here, and he's like, what? Nani? that's his play style that CD Lime really likes to implement on players. But what do you do against a player who doesn't have to play your game, can stay out of your game entirely, and you're going through their mind for you to meet them? What does CD Lime do? Do they play that same confidence, or do they have to play a level of patience that they may or may not be used to? And I think that's kind of what we're allegedly seeing here, where they're like, I don't know how to get through the minefield quite yet of Axl. Axl is also not an extremely popular character either. So it's interesting to see CD Lime kind of on the back foot compared to that first match we saw of them.
No, I think you're 100% correct. I mean, just like the amount of CD Lime-centric matches that were going on for their run. Seemingly, you know, we didn't see that CD Lime was a Big Boy Fargo match, but it was a 3-0 in CD Lime's favor. So it's, you know, kind of fair to assume that it may have been like more of a par for the course for CD Lime of just kind of like having their way with match and kind of going through there. But even in the match that we were able to spectate, Myloo was putting a kind of wrench in the game plan. You know, it's been a little bit of a stop sign there for CD Lime in terms of just like having that outright dictating of the pace. Especially for this round, they are going down to the wire here, man. What is going on?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a little bit of pause. So I feel like Myloo probably got back to neutral. Yeah. Myloo barely got back to some neutral aspect, just so like, okay, I can reset the situation. I can play it a little bit more in my pace. And I think that's the important aspect of all of this. The pacing that each player is setting for one another. I think Myloo is getting to that point a lot more consistently than CD Lime, whereas CD Lime, on the other hand, when they do make it in, they make it count. They've confirmed everything we've seen of them so far. Like, no matter what the situation is, they manage to confirm. So that's kind of the big difference. They make it count once they get in, but Myloo's pace is otherwise Myloo's pace the rest of the time.
Are we going to a Game 5 Avatar fight? CD Lime gonna take us there.
Oh, CD Lime, it looks like they might be slipping a little bit here. Just once again, not getting able to get in on Myloo, it seems like, and just losing chunks of life after chunks of life. And it's hard to tell. Maybe they're getting a little bit frustrated because, like, this Axl, son of a gun, I splitter everything. Let me in. Let me fight. I've had enough of this.
Man, for real, I said so earlier. Like, Myloo was looking to be a little bit of that stop sign that was putting an end to the CD Lime pressure. But I mean, it looks like that stop sign has evolved into a, you know, a construction sign, a traffic stop, like literally everything. Because it's put a complete stop to the CD Lime momentum. They're a round away from taking it, and that's who CD Lime's gonna be able to adapt. Game 5 Avatar fight, could it be?
Okay. Yeah, like you said, they kind of look like Cleveland round, just always under construction on the roads, no matter where you go. It's just doing a great job of preventing CD Lime from getting anywhere. And like, this is the closest it's been for quite a few rounds. Okay, so it's looking now favorable for CD Lime. Got back in there, did the damage that they need to. Yes, I was like, I think it's over, but that heart's not going away quite yet. I've made this mistake before.
Yes, I do not trust it unless the heart is gone, man. Like,
yeah. It's the heart of battle, literally.
True.
Ooh, CD Lime looks like they're getting in very quickly, very early.
I think CD Lime gonna give it to us. The Game 5 Avatar battle. Myloo trying to fight back. Oh, that's a big chug. What happened? Yeah. Oh my! Don't. What? Oh, it was a stream transition. I thought. I thought it was actually over. I was like, yeah, we did it. I don't know.
We did it. We finally did it. What a champ!
Oh man.
Let's see. Oh wow, it's very, very close though. It's very, very close.
Oh no! Could it be?
Could it be?
The Game 5 Avatar fight?
It's not over yet.
I don't trust it unless the heart is gone for you, though.
Oh,
there it is! Myloo does it on the brink of defeat with literally no green on the life bar. Don't ask me how it happens. Able to take it 3-1 over CD Lime. Qualify for top 8 here at Vortex Gallery Winter Gaiden. Some type of way.
Still, one hell of a fight, clearly. Myloo seemed, I mean, the life bars, as always could tell, were very, very even. So they're doing a great job fighting one another. CD Lime does fall a little bit short in the long run there, but still, Myloo able to hang it out. CD Lime not out of the tournament yet. That was just like not qualifying for top 8, but they will be moving to the lower bracket. We still have a high opportunity to see them in that top 8 section.
I would say so. I mean, like, CD Lime seems to be such a phenomenal, like, Giovanna player. Again, I keep saying it, but it was just like that stop sign, that kind of change of momentum, changing of the pace that Myloo was able to implement that I'm sure carried over to those subsequent games we were seeing in terms of the life bars of that tug of war of like CD Lime potentially probably trying to gap close, get in, get things back into their pacing of what they're familiar with. But Myloo just having the consciousness and conscientiousness of defense and just kind of navigating the waters and did so fantastically. 3-1 victory, top 8 qualifier. Can't get mad at that.
Congratulations. And they're going to be going against, I believe, Bdarka over in the other bracket here. So yeah, I went to go check that out there. So Bdarka versus Myloo. And this, so for those of you who do not know, I at least used to be a Faust player in Strive. I'm usually a Faust player across the games, but I would start out with Faust in Strive, and I feel like that is an insanely bad matchup for Faust. Like, more so than, oh, Faust is just bad. I feel like both Axel is really strong in the ways that Faust is really weak. And there's just, there's such a game that Faust has to play against Axel that is so difficult to deal with and everything like that, that I'm very curious to see what Bdarka does against Myloo. But we've seen that Myloo can keep out a Giovanna player. Myloo can probably keep out a Faust player. So I'm excited to see that one. I'm definitely on the edge of my seat to see that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a great one, especially with some of the ways that we've seen Bdarka's win conditions come unfold, like in terms of what we saw previously against Fireworks and that one guy, if they do get that full screen positioning, tossing those items away and then having the conversions available for them as well. But going up against a character like Axel, it definitely has those full screen checks, able to kind of throw a wrench into that game plan, not really on the back end on defense, not having a counter argument for that situation. It'll be a fun one to watch. I look forward to seeing that top 8 winner side match.
Yeah, for sure. And if we're going down the list here, for the rest of the qualifying for top 8, we have Testyourluck versus ElvenShadow. So we saw ElvenShadow a little bit earlier. Faust, just classic Faust. You've probably seen if you've watched Guilty Gear, you've probably seen ElvenShadow somewhere along the line. Has been playing very, very strong today. Good poke game, good heavy poke game and whatnot. But then we otherwise have Testyourluck, who is from Montreal, I believe, because their name is MTL. They might have moved somewhere. But Canada. We're just going to go Canada for safety's sake. I did see them recently on the CGL tournament this last Friday that I commentated. If I remember correctly, they got first, I want to say. I might be misremembering, but I think they won it, if I remember correctly, or at least we're top 3 minimum. My memory is, like I said, I have a memory of a goldfish, so I do apologize if you did win that, and I just completely forgot it. I know it was there, but you can't stop me from talking about this.
No, I can see it. Testyourluck is a player that I'm familiar with from actually having to fight them in a lot of earlier Strive tournaments. We both entered like ICFCs and a couple of other like Strive tournaments, and they are a very, very strong Nagoroyuki player. Really, a Nagoroyuki player that I came across to make me step up my Nagoroyuki counter game, because like first time I fought them, it felt like pretty comfy, and then the next time they smoked me. It was just like 3-0, and I'm just like, man, what happened? It's just like, ever since then, I've been seeing them put in a lot of work hailing out of Canada, and like Testyourluck is just definitely one of those Nagoroyuki players you want to keep an eye out for. Somebody that I saw in the bracket, I was just like, oh man, I'm excited to see how they perform. But seeing the top 8 qualifier match come down to Testyourluck versus ElvenShadow, this is gonna be a banger of a set, man. You're talking about like definitely one of the, as you said, if you've watched any type of Guilty Gear in the past, you have had to, like any North American Guilty Gear, you've had to come across like ElvenShadow's name. It's somebody just like whose name is cemented in like the Guilty Gear, you know, Guilty Gear for Dummies. If you just turn the page looking for Faust players, ElvenShadow, he's right there. But like if you've been watching like Strive, you know, tournaments in terms of like North American centric, anything that's been happening offline in Canada, Testyourluck is right there as one of the strong players and one of the leading members of that Nagoroyuki clan holding it down. So.
Yeah, and I definitely like Testyourluck's play style. Just extremely like aggressive, very forward with everything. Just that confidence behind, like, I know I can play the game. I know I can get one hit. I know I can win off of one hit. Like, I just want to get there. That's all. And I'm willing to test my luck to get to those aspects, those front points. But ElvenShadow's like the complete reverse. Despite having a literally luck-based character, it's just like, I'm gonna play so much good fundamentals and Fuzi's, your head is gonna spin. So let's see what happens here.
Love that dichotomy there as we jump into it. Testyourluck, ElvenShadow test. Push into the corner, gets the knockdown here. This is where things get really dicey here for ElvenShadow. This is not the place where you want to be. Oh, did you see that snipe? Wow. JD.
I gotta confirm off the love also at the same time. So it's like a 2-for-1 deal. Really hard for Elven. This is extremely hard for Elven. You cannot throw an item against a level 3 Blood Nagoroyuki because they can pretty much reach you from any respectable range that you block string into an item and counter hit you for 1 billion damage.
Yeah, looking almost like a deja vu round start as ElvenShadow found themselves on the left side of the screen once again, but this time narrowly escaping, has a lot of their life taken down in the process, but at least we were sent back to the mid-screen. But Testyourluck having something to say about that. It's just like, you think I won't cover this space? I'm still in there.
Yeah, look, you're a big lad, but hey, so am I. I'm also a wide guy, as you can probably tell. Got shoulders for days. Oh my gosh, and I got the BageL at the same time.
Man, oh man. So this is interesting, right? Because we saw this matchup happen earlier between Bdarka and Fireworks, and one of the big aspects of that matchup that was happening is Fireworks unfortunately getting high in that blood gauge and limiting their capabilities of approaching, and Bdarka being able to play that full screen item toss game. Testyourluck is doing a fantastic job of making sure that the matchup stays close one way or another. And so they're recognizing opportunities when ElvenShadow can't move and jumping in. You know, if they need to, slide in, whatever they have to do to keep the matchup close, they're doing it.
Yeah. Just great use of JD also to like prevent any opportunity to say, hey, I'm gonna try to jump and use love and try to keep you out of my range, but like there it is again. Just using that over and over, and that's the last like little bit, like the last little comfort zone that Faust players, but also ElvenShadow has to say, I'm gonna prevent my opponent from approaching me so I can get a little bit extra breathing room. And oh no, stuck a limb out. That's so unfortunate. And now ElvenShadow's just like left out without so many options because that JD is so on point for Testyourluck.
Yeah, Testyourluck having pretty good blood gauge management to where it popped. You know, they lost a little bit of life, but wasn't the end of the world. Didn't beat a great, like, big punish for it. Oh, what a very timely gold burst there to avoid the 6 heavy slash, give themselves full bar. The exact amount of bar that they needed to confirm the kill. That's a masterful play there from Testyourluck.
Yeah, that was really, really good. And Testyourluck just has such good control over Nagoroyuki's ins and outs, the best and the worst of Nagoroyuki, and they're so comfortable with just being not risk averse, but accepting the risk. They just accept the risk in every action that they do, that it makes you uncomfortable. Be like, why would you do that there? It's like, I don't know, it felt all right. It felt good. So fine with doing that, jumps in, blocks, and just waits it out once again. My God, that was 2 hits! That was 2 hits!
Still going. Oh, that was a very good commando. He was actually about to pop. He needed to do that to make sure that he was not going to activate blood gauge. Very good recognition there from Test. Comical ending with the anvil. And ElvenShadow gets the last round, but Testyourluck gets the round.
Right. Unfortunately, ElvenShadow cannot go to the TO. It's like, yeah, but what I did was funnier. So there's kind of that 6P situation with Testyourluck after the J2K. The big thing about Faust is like, if you use love and you use 6P and you get knocked down, not a huge deal. If you but if the Faust does mix afterwards, then you get that counter hit and huge damage again. So it's very, very hard. And oh no, that banana there. Right about the situation. Trying to get out of these situations because it goes straight for the super. This hits.
Unfortunate for ElvenShadow. I felt like there was a big point of momentum that they could have gotten from the corner positioning, but it was just like a little bit of a slip of the fingertips, stink to the banana peel, slipping Faust there as Testyourluck was able to navigate around the corner pressure and get the dub 3-0. They are going to be qualifying for top 8 over ElvenShadow and joining the likes of Myloo and Bdarka.
Yeah, and that's just a difficult matchup, honestly, for Faust on top of everything else, because when you have a character who can compete with you in your own poking game, and they can also 6P your stuff, but you can't 6P their stuff back, and because you have that kind of flash dash that Nagoroyuki has, the close distance if anything does go wrong, get off the roof up there! I see you! What are you doing up there? His avatar jumped up there, goddammit.
For real, man.
It's just like, you have to just be able to figure out how you want to deal with that necessarily, because there is just a lot of pain to be wrought from like every single action that you take that Nagoroyuki can confirm into, 30 to 50% combos. There's just so few opportunities or so few mistakes that you can make, and so many opportunities for Nagoroyuki to take over the round.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to give it up to Testyourluck to be able to have that button become such a big aspect of the matchup. Nagoroyuki's jump D, although he made it look like it's one of Nagoroyuki's best buttons in his kit, in reality, it's a niche button that you aren't going to utilize in every single matchup because it covers a very specific part in front of him and above him that every character realistically you're not really gonna hit pot with that. But the way that he used it in terms of shutting down the airborne approach of ElvenShadow and Faust, it really kind of significantly stifled the amount of items that ElvenShadow was able to throw, or just the overall air mobility was a really, really huge kind of advantage there for Testyourluck. It just kind of shows the comfort level, not only with Nagoroyuki, but the matchups and make sure that you can make every part of the kit work for them. Even with that blood gauge pop, the gold burst right afterwards, all of it just kind of came in full fashion there for Testyourluck. Very impressive showing.
Yeah, as always, Testyourluck, very, very good, very, very impressive, knows how to use your options against you extraordinarily well, and just once again, just so comfortable with that Nagoroyuki toolkit, the best and the worst of it, and that was definitely, like you said, not one of the prime tools for Nagoroyuki, but when you need something that puts you into the air on reaction and pokes very far away, and stops someone who is stopping their air momentum with a move, it works perfectly. It's a good trade button. It does about the equal amount of damage, and you get a little bit of advantage because they're usually going to hit them right above you, and there's no air attacking in this game.
Indeed. So yeah, Testyourluck once again joining the likes of Myloo and Bdarka in that winner side top 8. Looks like we do have another match coming up here. This is going to be a little bit of a mirror of what we saw between the That One Guy and Bdarka match. So on the top side, we have Blue Heck 997, who is coming into this as the first set that they're playing for the tournament, and it's a qualifier for top 8. On the other side, we have Kurohitsugi, who just got a 3-0 victory over Arc. And, okay, we're getting some new blood on the screen here. Kai versus Zato, all right.
Oh, finally, it's time for Kai Gaming.
Yes. Whoa, Pooley strapped up with the denim as well. I love it.
Yo, all right, let's go Record of Ragnarok. So I have played Record of Ragnarok also before, and they're an extremely good Kai on top of everything else. So I have great respect for learning a little bit of Kai stuff from them, playing them in a mirror match. Now it's just a matter of what can they do against Kurohitsugi, who is also no slouch whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, we see it right there. They're very timely opposed to stuff out the Kai counter poke and cashing into just a ton of damage as Kurohitsugi sitting on a nice life lead, not the best screen positioning as they found themselves in the corner, but whoa! Yeah, what do you mean you threw with Kai behind you, bro? I saw that.
I have a lot of questions, and I have a lot more complaints there. Good stuff, though. Nice jump over the stun edge there. Now, Record of Ragnarok is in danger. Having to burst out of the situation there. Blocks the drill. Bro, again! Kuro, this is not the older Guilty Gears. You actually have to commit to your throws. How are you so on point right now?
I can't believe it, man. Every single throw, air throws, ground throws, whatever it has to be, I'll scoop you and I'll make you pay for it. As Kurohitsugi, no life lost, but plenty of damage done to Record of Ragnarok. They are just putting on a clinic right now, man. 2v1, that's not fair.
Girl, how dare you? This is not a 2-1 match. Now you're my boss too?
Man.
I quit.
Kurohitsugi really putting it the work right now against Record of Ragnarok. Found himself a little bit of a just have to change position there. Just immediately burst. It's saying, you know, I like that momentum that I got from the previous round. I'm not gonna let you get started. I want to just see, you know, do more of that than I did in the previous game.
Yeah, exactly. And okay, so Record of Ragnarok is in a better position than last game. Oh, very nice confirm. Great confirm. Because they are able to get the burst of Kurohitsugi. So now, the next time that Record of Ragnarok gets in, that will actually be a very good thing because now they have to hold whatever mix-up that Kai has, as limited as Kai has, I should say, too. But, oh my gosh! Trying to backdash the dust, but Eddie's there to just hold him down and say, all right, take him, bro.
Yeah, Kurohitsugi, when they're in this spacing right here, they got this confirmed a lot. They put up the Drunken Shade in the opposed, and they just completely stuffed Record of Ragnarok's approach. It's been beating 5Ps, it's been beating slashes, it's been beating everything that Record of Ragnarok is trying to do in the mid-range. Kurohitsugi has an answer for it, and not only that, they confirm it into big damage.
Right, and that's so huge here. And so I feel like that Record of Ragnarok has to find a different way to approach this sort of matchup. What a good throw tech, Kurohitsugi. Has to find a different way to approach this matchup because just rushing down while Eddie is still alive is just not getting the range and the opportunities that Record of Ragnarok needs. And the moment that Kurohitsugi escapes, now Record of Ragnarok has to actually defend against 2 folks instead of 1. And maybe being able to kill Eddie here and there will open up more opportunities.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. I mean, we said it at the end of the first game, man. 2v1, it's not fair. But an option that you do have as a defender is getting rid of the Eddie whenever Eddie has been called off the open, like just like that. Yeah, that situation right there, Record of Ragnarok going on the aggressive and trying to go in on Zato wasn't necessarily the winning play, unfortunately. They could have hung back, tried to get a hold of Eddie, but now look at what they have to show for it. Stuck in this corner yet again, familiar territory, but tries to jump out, just counter hit.
Yeah, and I mean, there's definitely two schools of handling Eddie. It's like either you kill Eddie and then make Zato fight themselves and see what they can do against you, or try to avoid the Eddie and see if the Zato is ready to not deal with the lack of Eddie. It's just, how do you deal with that? Regular Ragnarok is currently just going past Eddie as much as they can, and Kurohitsugi seems to be ready, really ready for that.
Nice! No! Oh, man! I got hit, bro. Are you kidding me? Just jumping over side swap. Yo, how many times do I gotta say 2v1 is not fair? Like we gotta get rid of Eddie, bro. Like Record of Ragnarok needs to find out the answer. Or you can just take the fight right to Kurohitsugi, guarantees this wall break. Pure aggression coming out from Record of Ragnarok as a response.
Yeah, Record of Ragnarok has had enough. It's going full in. Doesn't use the meter this time, but now has a 100 meter to play around with here. So what can they do with it? Nice job. There we go. That quick uncharged 5D. Gonna do a lot of work with the cancel.
All right, I mean, that's one way to make it a 1v1 game if you're just simply not letting Zato do anything. Yeah, that's an answer.
If you can't get the lad out, then, you know, that's a game plan in itself. Oh, goes for the DP, but doesn't get punished.
Oh my
very
God.
fortunate.
High value for Record of Ragnarok right there, right? Because not only did DP not get punished, they escaped the corner.
Ooh, that was really good. Nice reflect there. Still locked it towards the ground, and Record of Ragnarok does run into the stun head. Tries to DP through it. That is just too big of a sword. Sword, sword, sword. Sword is the word.
Yeah, I like the ideology of that from Record of Ragnarok, but it was just unfortunately not the proper trajectory or option there, as it was a huge punish that they had to eat for that as well. Fighting for their life at the moment. Kurohitsugi just taking it slow, flying around saying like, no, you're not gonna corner me. Force your way in where I've been winning this mid-range neutral game. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, Kurohitsugi, as you mentioned, not letting themselves get cornered. They're doing a great job of just moving around and making it hard for Record of Ragnarok to get anything going. And it's just working so well overall. Unfortunately here, got caught at the very end, but Record of Ragnarok is not getting many like strong confirms.
Yes. One thing I noticed about Record of Ragnarok that I've seen in the instance happen twice now is the way that they are kind of trying to get rid of Eddie is through Kurohitsugi's pressure. They're noticing when Kurohitsugi is going on the offensive, and whether it's on hit or on block, when Eddie is utilized, they burst to not only get Zato off of them, but to get rid of Eddie. Because if Eddie makes contact with the burst, you know, Zato's Eddie bar is drained. So that's how Record of Ragnarok is getting a lot of their openings, is through that option right there. Not a bad adaptation to make.
Yeah, no, not at all. And you're starting to see, actually, as speaking of adaptation, you're starting to see a little bit more Eddie getting punished for stuff and whatnot. Doing pokes here and there, making sure Eddie's dying, and it's actually doing a lot of work for for a Record, because now they're getting a lot more opportunities to play. They don't have to worry about as much, taking a lot less damage overall, and just dodging and moving a lot of underdog stuff. There we go. Oh no! Didn't press a button in time.
Yeah, another one of those situations where I like Record of Ragnarok's ideology. It just wasn't the proper execution, but utilizing another one of those bursts, getting rid of the Eddie, trying to get their game plan started. Challenges on the plus 2P, Zato.
Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I saw the pumping from Record of Ragnarok, and I'm like, I think that was supposed to be the stun at super, but it just didn't come out on reaction in time, and these things happen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Now here, oh, there it is, big damage starter. Out. Oh man, that's so much damage. They're gonna get the meter 2 on top of everything else, along with the wall break. Gonna get the positive bonus is exactly what Record needs right now.
Riding the lightning, hopefully trying to ride into victory here for Record of Ragnarok, as they definitely don't want to go down in this round, being down in these games. Kurohitsugi fighting back though. If you were to see what happened in the post-wall break situation, you would think that Kurohitsugi had the positive meter bonus, but no, that's Record of Ragnarok sitting with that studded super. The challenge coming into play this time around, tied up in rounds.
Oh my god! Oh my! Okay, if that was a full ass return, holy crap! But yeah, tying up in rounds here. Both of them are starting to show like their hands here. They're starting to get used to each other's playstyles. They're starting to throw out some of the more cheeky stuff and more of the knowledge check stuff. And it's working so well for Record of Ragnarok right now. And there it is. I felt like that's what Record of Ragnarok was trying to do last time they got hit with the sword. And now they get it out this time for sure. Great confirm. Here we go. Blocks the first. Record of Ragnarok. What a record to say.
Okay. Oh my god! I was just gonna say, I like that they held the burst and not reacted to those jabs accordingly, but just goes dive straight into the opposed Kurohitsugi. Come into my arms, Kai Kiske. It's all good. I got my friend to save the day, and I will be taking this game, Mr. Able to capitalize on the opportunity at Kurohitsugi. Very, very just amazing play there in a neutral game. But I was really a fan of Record of Ragnarok's adaptations. Had me on the edge of my seat. They were utilizing a lot of good Eddie counterplay, which we noticed immediately from the game one was the issue. Like, Eddie was doing so much work. There wasn't really many opportunities that Record of Ragnarok was able to do to counteract the Eddie and make sure that it was gone. But no, the stun edges, the burst points, they were all fantastic. But Kurohitsugi making it happen at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, it's one of those situations that I feel like if we had a longer set, like even like a first to 4, I feel like that Record of Ragnarok would have probably been able to like run it the whole way back. I think Record of Ragnarok was starting to get that little bit of warm up, that little bit of like, okay, I understand what you're trying to go for, what you're doing, what your tricks are as Zato. Now it's time for me to play, and was playing a lot more, was killing Eddie a lot more, got more awkward situations that Kurohitsugi could not really play around. And just unfortunately, it did not result in a W at the very end to let Record of Ragnarok play for longer, but it still was the tide was turning heavily towards Record's favor.
Oh yeah, I mean, without a shadow of a doubt there. Like, it was just a complete contrast what we saw from game one by the time that game 4 ended, of like exactly as you said. If it was some type of like first to 4 or a longer set, I think they would have been starting like trading games back and forth. So I mean, definitely big ups to Record of Ragnarok for being able to make that adaptation within the tournament set, but just unfortunately not equating to a win. Kurohitsugi, on the other hand, gonna be getting that top 8 qualifier spot, has to fight Testyourluck as the opponent. So the top 8 spread being Bdarka with the Faust, Myloo with the AxlLow, Testyourluck with the Nagoroyuki, and Kurohitsugi joining them with that Zato. And there's been the losers matches that have been filled out as well. CD Lime, our Giovanna friend, making it the top 8 losers, and Freshman, who we have not seen on the stream, so I'm not familiar with their character, but they made the deep losers run, get the win over that one guy to go into top 8 as well.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious now that you mentioned them. Let me see where Freshman got in there. So Freshman lost to ElvenShadow, it looks like, which, you know, once again, no shame in that whatsoever. Absolutely not. You're a freshman and ElvenShadow's the principal, so.
That's a good way to put it.
So, but then Freshman has been running the bracket all the way through, and is going to be facing that one guy. My bracket, there it is. Yeah, that one. Oh, no. Faced off with that one guy and got that 3-0. It's going to move to top 8, who will be facing, I believe, CD Lime once they get to the top 8 section, and that leaves our friend who we just saw, the Record of Ragnarok. I keep trying to say Record of Lodos in my head. It's like, I haven't even seen the anime. It's just in my head. Playing against Shin, the Ino player that we saw from the beginning of the tournament. And then below that will be ElvenShadow versus Fireworks. So that would be Faust versus Nagoroyuki, if I remember correctly. And
yes.
We saw also earlier.
Yeah, ElvenShadow will have an opportunity to get the run back against Nagoroyuki, just to, controlled by a different opponent with Fireworks there. Both players actually getting a run back, because Fireworks had a meeting with Bdarka.
Yeah, so Faust is back.
Yes, Faust and Nagoroyuki, man. Faust, that character, man, that unpopular character, just all over the place within this bracket.
I've had enough brackets. You've disrespected me for the last time.
Man.
You know what? You love to see it.
Okay. Right now, so what's happening right now is we're running, all the losers matches are running right now. So I'm thinking we could probably run an ad real quick and just take a 10-minute break or something. So shall we do that?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's go for it.
All right then. So here we go. Oops.
Sounds good to me. Well, I mean, if you're looking to take a load off, why not get a nice book for your reading leisure? And I mean, I can't think of any better opportunity to get into manga through Gaiden Books, the publisher that has all the latest and greatest manga in the universe. Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, that's one of their staple titles that they have. Their physical releases for that. It's going to be coming out on March 22nd. You can pre-order now. Be sure to check out their website and Twitter page so you can check out the full library of great manga that they have to offer. It's more than Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. They just have a library of titles that they've been building up over the past couple of years or so, but a lot of them have been ebooks. If you want the physical release of some nice books, something that you could just tangible hold in your hand, Yakuza's got Babysitting physical release coming out March 22nd. Check it out.
And while you get that leisurely reading in, get some lounging clothes for your closet here, and just enjoy some Vortex Gallery winter guiding goods. You can see all the art in the bags and the hats and the mugs for all your nice little warm coffee and teas. In there, you got the masks, you got the stickers, you got absolutely everything you need to show that you're a Vortex Gallery fan and or fanatic, however you want to do. We have art done by Godshop, Meta Abe, and various other artists that you've probably seen going around on Twitter. They've actually done great work here. Their art is always fantastic, and now you can support the artists. You can support Vortex Gallery by going to 956pro.com/shop and get Vortex Gallery today. And with that, we are going to be taking a 10-minute break. So once again, get yourself some water, stretch, stand up a little bit, get yourself maybe some dinner too. But ultimately, tell your friend, tell your family, tell your dog that we are about to go into top 8 Winter Gaiden Vortex Gallery for Guilty Gear Strive, and we're going to be super hyped for all these good matches. So stay tuned, and we'll see you there.
See ya.
Okay, live.
Welcome back, everyone, for more Winter Gaiden Guilty Gear Strive action here. We finally reached the top 8, and we have a hell of a lot of matches for you that are going to be super, super good. We've seen kind of semi upsets here and there. We've seen people come out of the woodworks with a lot of new technology, and just everyone is playing extremely well, and I am super excited to see how this top 8 rolls out here.
I'm right there with you, Rito. You know, we talked about at the beginning of the bracket of some of the names that we recognized in here, but a lot of names that we didn't recognize, and seeing what they were going to be able to bring to the table. And I mean, if you look at this top 8, it's just really a kind of example of that, because we have people in winner side, and if I looked at the beginning of the bracket, I would not have been able to tell people in loser side and making those deep losers runs and really kind of proving their worth here. And so, like, this top 8 is going to be really a fantastic showing to see what some of these newer faces can do against some of these competitors and namesakes that we were already kind of familiar with, you know?
Right. And the kind of a big thing is that we're actually not seeing two things now I'm kind of thinking about it. And I would say one's kind of fair, because we're not seeing any of the newer characters. We haven't seen any Gold Lewises, we haven't seen any Bikins, and we haven't seen any Happy Chaoses throughout this event here. So that's kind of like one small interesting part, but you know, that's the part that makes sense. But I will say on the other end, and this is going back to what I said earlier, we're starting to see some of those characters who aren't considered as favorable. We have 2 Faust up in top 8 right now. We have 1 Axel, and you know, Nagoroyuki always showing up for the party and whatnot. 1 Kai, 1 Giovanna. You know, it's a little bit more, I feel like, uncommon almost for a top 8. Like only 1, or let me just review it before I say this out loud. Yeah, okay. So yeah, and we don't know who freshman plays. We haven't got to see him play yet, but as far as I'm counting otherwise, there's only 1 Nagoroyuki.
Yeah, a lot of like the kind of meta-defining characters as of late are your Nagoroyukis, your Ramlethals, your Happy Chaoses, your, you know, soul bad guys kind of sprinkled in here and there, Leo White Thing, right?
Yeah.
And this top 8 is none of that. Like,
Yeah.
as you said, there's like 2 Faust, you know, some Axels kind of there, Giovanna doing some work, Kai Kiske. So it's a very interesting tournament. The top 8 has been shaped out here.
Right, and we definitely got the best to show them off for sure in this event here. So it's like, yeah, if you have any questions about like these characters that you don't get to see as often, you don't get to play against as often, and what that looks like at a higher level, this is absolutely the time to get into it and see what they're bringing to the table here. So once again, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your dog that we are at top 8 at Winter Gaiden for Guilty Gear Strive. If anyone enjoys a good Guilty Gear Strive, we're going to be striving here throughout the top 8. Going into our first match here.
Let them know, Vortex Gallery, Winter Gaiden, Bdarka, and Myloo. Starting us off here, Faust versus Axel, a common matchup that we've been seeing throughout this bracket. But yeah, I brought it up earlier of like Bdarka, a lot of their win conditions has been the full screen item tosses once they get comfortable in the neutral game. Myloo and Axel is definitely going to be bringing a different bit of a pace, and we already see that with the full screen check coming out from those Axel chains.
Yeah, and this is, once again, a matchup I feel like is very, very hard for Faust in this version of the game, because Axel is able to control where you get to be on top of, you know, preventing you from throwing items, able to cancel out items, able to anti-air very, very well, and Faust is just a very large lad, so moves like 5P just go straight through Faust when he's trying to run or stand up in any sort of situation. So I'm really curious to see how Bdarka really tries to close this thing out and try to take advantage over the matchup as they can.
Yeah, very clutch save on that PRC to avoid any punishment there from Myloo from Bdarka. Oh my god, the 6-feet gut check from Myloo.
Oh, this is really hard for Bdarka. Like, on the negative side of things, has no meter to speak of, just has to hold this movement. That is going to do a ton of chip damage, and Myloo takes the first round.
It's really telling when you see someone get a negative penalty when they don't have the life lead. It's just really kind of implementing the fact that they are having trouble getting in and are looking for a solution. So much so that they're just like kind of on the defensive. Like, it's rough.
Right. It's very, very difficult. But let's see. Bdarka getting a little bit more lively here for sure. What do you have for the mix-up here? Nice, gets to the 5K.
Yes, beautiful meaty check, making sure that we get a little bit of an Afro confirmed. Nice anti-air 5P there from Myloo, though.
Ooh. Oh, great confirm too. Nice counter hit confirmed. Just letting that 2D rock and letting the slowdown make it so that they can confirm a 5K off of it. That was super good.
Yes, I would say so. Oh my gosh, a little bit of a mistime on the 6 heavy slash there for Bdarka, unfortunately.
That's fine now. Bdarka has the life lead, has to actually use the PRC. Not going to punish out there despite having a slight frame advantage here. And yeah, that's such a dangerous situation. Throwing items as Faust into the Axl matchup is so difficult.
Yeah, you see Bdarka's just looking for these final hits that they need. Every 6 heavy slash they throw it out, it feels like Myloo is just ready for the reaction. That's the power of rollback netcode.
Yeah. Actually being able to react is so strong. A nice 5P, using the insta block off the J2K and just using a nice 5P between the gap. That's just once again makes this thing matchup a little bit harder because Faust is just so limited in options once actually getting a block J2K in that situation.
That's a heartbreak for Bdarka, man. He really just needed that final hit in order to seal the deal. And I mean, we've been talking about it time and time again of just what Axl brings to the table for this matchup with those full screen checks. That's really what it came down to. Myloo's jab NTRs have been on point, just throwing out these specials to just not allow for Bdarka to get to that comfy zone that we've seen him play previously.
Right. And yeah, just it's so hard because you just that ability to overcommit is just a requirement in this match to make sure that Myloo, or I should say Axl, doesn't press any sort of cheeky buttons or whatnot. But at the same time, the overextension means that it's a free punish and whatnot. And just there's a lot of work for Bdarka to do here. Oh no, a little bit afraid of like the combo not hitting entirely.
Yeah, I love the concept of doing a side swap combo to corner Myloo and Axl, but just the mix was not the proper trajectory, and a good check there from Myloo to make sure there's no fake pressure going on. Just a kick to the face, and Myloo sitting pretty here with another round on the board.
So Bdarka is doing all the right stuff, right? Just rushing stuff down, trying to get in as much as they can and do as much mix-up as they can during that sort of situation. There's a few more things that Faust can do in this matchup specifically, but I think Myloo is avoiding those situations as much. Not throwing a lot of 2Hs, because Faust can J2K those and then get over a lot of situations. But otherwise, it's just Bdarka's trying to get in, Myloo's playing very smart, very conservatively, and just trying to backdash out, letting the situations happen, and then just a quick punish from there.
Yeah, it's smart, you know, just right even when we were finally at the close ranges, Myloo just saying, I'm going to back up and make you earn your way in. But Bdarka finding a way in with that Afro, unfortunately not getting much mileage off of it. We're back in the dangerous territory. Oh, the spin to win!
Gosh. Oh, this is really good, and that's such a good situation because now the burst is away from Myloo. Bdarka gets to play the game now. Oh no! 5P, the great equalizer.
The equalizer indeed. Just when we thought that Bdarka was going to be able to play the game. We're on a Nintendo 64. Myloo just hit the reset button. Back to the beginning for you, Bdarka. You got to work your way in yet again, man.
That's very unfortunate, but Myloo going up 2 matches here, and Bdarka still fighting out here. Still trying to get through the waves of pain here. The chain gang is going on. There's that 6P again to try to beat out like something like a 5P on the approach or whatnot, and Myloo is not biting actually when Bdarka is doing a lot of the approaches, honestly.
Yeah, it's been good resiliency there. Oh my gosh, has the minions that even get a little bit of extra damage off of that knockdown, unfortunately there for Bdarka. And like, it's so... resiliency is the name of the game here for Bdarka. Because like, I feel like they are playing the matchup pretty well. These matchups are getting like a little bit even. They're so close to kind of finding an opportunity for a victory. They just can't find the finishing touches or really kind of have a exemplary game against Myloo.
Right, because yeah, you're seeing a lot of Bdarka just dashing in there and trying to use 6P as like a confidence button to try to prevent Myloo pressing any buttons, but Myloo's just waiting. Myloo is just not pressing a button in those situations and just letting Bdarka go straight into the next special cancel that is like, cool, I can easily punish mix things, or I can react to Scalpel with a 6P. So that's really hard for Myloo, and now Bdarka having the corner, we have to see what Bdarka has here. Nice.
Gonna be able to catch on a wall break again in another situation where they need to close it out. We've seen Bdarka in this situation before, and unfortunately we have seen Myloo be able to fight back. A whip 6 heavy slash and a command throw follow. Could be spelling disaster for Bdarka, not like this.
Oh no, yep, gonna reach for full screen here. This is gonna be hard to burst. Oh, goes to the other side though. That's actually a very good thing for Bdarka.
Yeah, not having to worry about any wall breaks and just a jab to get it together. A little bit of a blunder there for Myloo, not guaranteeing that corner positioning, but Bdarka is saying, I will take all that I can get at this point. Thank you very much.
Right, and that's the exact high-level play that you see a lot of. It's like, cool, you made that one mistake. This is my opportunity where I get the shot. This is my opportunity where I get to play and I get to do something, you know, that will win me the match. And that's exactly the opportunity that Bdarka took. Despite the difficulty of the matchup, is absolutely playing it well and saying, there's a mistake there. It's now my opportunity to win. Oh my gosh, yet again.
Okay, yeah, second chance for this combo. Maintains the corner positioning this time around for the 8-beat, and it's just inches away from being able to take this matchup. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and just that full-out dash to the other side just meant that Myloo was charging the entire way, so it could just easily react to whatever Scarecrow it was. It doesn't matter, because all of it will be punished by a rinse.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a constant option that we saw from Bdarka to try to escape out of the corner or really just kind of like get back into the mid-range of things or just mix up Myloo. Is that Scarecrow follow-up, sometimes with the PRC, sometimes not with the PRC, but in that committal situation right there, not having an RC to save the life, Myloo already runs so far away. Get the whiff punish, Bdarka goes away, just like that.
Yeah, but still great stuff to Bdarka. And funnily enough, I saw the Myloo's that post quote after you finish the match and whatnot, and just said zoning is easy, and it's like,
oh no.
Okay. It's like that, huh?
Oh man, that is so. Myloo is an individual that is very well aware of what they're bringing to the table and proud of it, right?
Right, exactly. And you know what?
It.
If you're gonna play your character, you fully embrace, you know, the things that people hate about your characters and the things that people really complain about, and just make your identity sometimes. Just say, yeah, you're right. What are you gonna do about it? Win?
That's the way to go, man. I'm Axel and I'm proud, zoning away, and it's easy.
Right, it is easy. It's so easy that you're real dumb for not trying it. And Bdarka here is like, I am trying it, but Faust sometimes just doesn't do it.
Well, solid stuff to Myloo. I mean, easy does it as they get into that winners finals territory, guaranteed top 3 here with Vortex, Gallery, Winter, Gaiden. Gonna be awaiting the opponent of this next match, which should be a banger of a set. We're gonna be having Testyourluck and Kurohitsugi coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is gonna be another good one and kind of another rare one with Zato and Nago. It's like, I don't feel like I see Zato versus Nago a lot. I mean, despite how many Nagos are out there, like you had mentioned earlier when we were starting off, there's a lot of Leos, there's a lot of Ramlethals, there's a lot of Souls. So I've seen those a lot. But I feel like Zato is a little bit more on the rare side of characters that I just cannot think of many Nago versus Zato matchups, and I'm not entirely sure how that goes, if you have any information on that.
Yeah, so the thing about both of these characters is that in like the current landscape of Guilty Gear Strive, they're actually both pretty beefed up. They've gotten some pretty good quality of life changes, and just through the hands of high-level technical players of like Nagoroyuki and Zato, the landscape of like players like Hotashi, and then players like Jonathan Tene, bringing kind of like really pushing those characters into the fold. They do have some presence, but they have a pretty high skill cap. Nagoroyuki's not the easiest character to play. Zato's not the easiest character to play. So although they are very, very strong characters in the current metagame, it takes very specific types of players in order to push those characters forward and have them have common appearances in these top 8s. Testyourluck, coming from the Nagoroyuki side of things, we saw their playstyle earlier. Beautiful blood gauge management and just a really good way of kind of dictating the pace of the matchup with their rush down and utilizing all parts of Nagoroyuki's kit to their advantage. That JD to snipe out of the air from Faust, just really kind of comfortable on the character, and rightfully so. They've been really tearing up with that character since this game came out, from all I've known. Kurohitsugi on the other end of the spectrum, also like a Zato player that we saw utilizing all parts of Zato's kit. They were going up against the Kai player, BlueHeck997, and just had fantastic uses of the Drunkard Shade and all the oppose in order to control the mid-range, and just really implemented that 2v1 game is unfair with the Zato in any placements, if I say so myself.
Yeah, the Zato gaming that was coming out was absolutely sick nasty. But I think that's kind of something interesting you said, kind of in like 2 separate parts, but that really should be driven home, is that yeah, these 2 players are players who really embrace a lot of their characters' strengths and weaknesses and really make that a part of an entire game plan that they're super good at making work throughout all the way. We saw some of that oppose usage to use as like a wall to keep the opponent in for certain mix-ups. So even if they try to backdash out of certain situations, oppose is there to make sure that they have to hold it. versus like Testyourluck's ability to really use that blood gauge, use kind of those unorthodox moves that you don't see as often. They're kind of both like very master of character styles versus like master of like the game mechanics. Some people are really good at using the game mechanics of whatever game they play and whatnot. These two are definitely masters of the character. They like all the small nuances that their characters do without fully embracing a lot of what the RC system or the air Gatling system or anything like that really bring to the game by comparison.
Yes, very true. I feel like a big aspect of this matchup and just the context of what we know about these two players in the previous sets is Testyourluck wants to keep the matchup close. Like they recognize, Nagoroyuki's shortcomings when it comes to trying to close the distance from a full screen position. They have the capabilities of doing it. Testyourluck has good resiliency. They'll block it out and just find those gaps to traverse the neutral game and utilize a super jump here and there or a dash forward or a Beyblade to try to cover that space. But on the other end of the spectrum, Kurohitsugi, we saw how good they are in managing that mid-range, and as we said, the opposed are utilizing those buttons to control that space. So I feel like the divide is going to be, can Testyourluck make Kurohitsugi explode and control that mid-range, or does Kurohitsugi have the power play for it?
Right. And I think one important part about Nagoroyuki in this match. Well, that was bad.
Guilty Gear Strive.
The one important part of the Nagoroyuki's matchup and how Testyourluck plays Nagoroyuki is hitting that level 2 and level 3 blood gauge means there's a lot of good poke buttons that have a lot of hitboxes and very, very hurt boxes. Opposed will eat that up, yes. But in any other situation, oh no! Okay, I wasn't sure that was going to read. In any other situation, and that means that Eddie's going to take a lot of free hits. A lot of free hits. So, ooh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, throw PRC to keep it safe. I like that from Testyourluck. Getting a burst from Kurohitsugi is a win in some case where you don't have to worry about it for the future, but not a win in terms of positioning. Getting care close to coast, but back throw to the corner. This is a big opportunity for Testyourluck.
Oh my gosh, that's so much damage from a 5K starter. What the heck?
Man, oh man. Great stuff that Testyourluck kind of turning the tables, putting that matchup upside down, and they are running away with the momentum. This was one thing that I said about Testyourluck. Very momentum-heavy player. When they have an enemy, they'll take a mile and run away with it. Beautiful Beyblade to get through the Eddie placement.
Oh my gosh, like, Kurohitsugi has been trying to get the hell away from Testyourluck this entire match, and Testyourluck has just been there at every single corner, killing Eddie, killing Zato, killing them all, just absolutely out for blood like a vampire would be.
Yeah, Kurohitsugi looking for a band-aid to cover up the damage done, because look at Zato's life bar, just a hit away, playing with fire, but a beautiful Darker Shade will turn the tides. A side swap, but the blood gauge, it pops! That was actually a pseudo burst there for Testyourluck, taking Kurohitsugi off of them, but the price was their life. But the oh my gosh, it's sending out the mirror image to get it together, and Testyourluck, a little bit of a dicey one, but a game is a game, man.
And while the life totals did look very even at the end there, that was still like 95% control Testyourluck. Most of the time, Kuro was just trying to get out of dodge, and there was no dodges to be had. It was dodge everywhere. Oh my god, it's just that is so terrifying. We have someone who is willing to control your spacing so well, willing to burst, willing to take that corner. Testyourluck is doing such a good job.
Off the knockdown, just guaranteeing that Eddie's going to be straight on top of Nagoroyuki so they can get their pressure going. Beautiful defense from Testyourluck, not being perturbed by anything the Kurohitsugi was throwing at them, and just kind of brute forcing their way out of the corner through Nagoroyuki buttons and specials. That was, man, what an aggressive response.
Yeah, just like, once again.
Hey, yo, what are we doing here?
Hey, yo. Just the usage of Nagoroyuki's specials has been so on point for Testyourluck. Like you said, just both putting themselves out of the corner, solving the problem by causing more problems. That's a special kind of player who takes to do that.
Man, how are you going to play volleyball as a one-player game? My man was serve setting and spiking Zato by himself. Like,
Zato's like, hey, this 2-on-1 isn't fair. Come on, dog. It's like, wait a sec. Hold the heck up for a second.
Oh my gosh, Testyourluck just really just setting the tone of this matchup here. They have, when they get their points of aggression, they make it count, man. It is so overwhelming looking to deal with.
Oh my gosh. And the biggest game, wow, beats up the burst here. Testyourluck is just feeling themselves right now.
Oh my Yeah, I mean, as soon as you think that it's just the overwhelming aggression that's playing a part in this matchup, you recognize that they're able to pump the brakes as well. Get that burst bait. Test your luck, just masterful position in this match thus far. But this is the dangerous zone. They're at the full screen positioning, recognizing the blood gauge is something capable of happening, but just utilizing those slash normals when necessary.
And now the blood gauge is very high on Testyourluck's side, and now the life deficit is going to happen here. Going to break the wall off of this, and it's going to get back to neutral. Will Testyourluck actually burst, expecting to maybe win the match, or are they just going to hold on to it and just say, maybe this is an opportunity to press the brakes, cool down for a little bit. If I can take the match, great, but otherwise, save it for the next round.
I think that's the ideology chase in point right there as they fight out of the corner with the YRC to reset back into the mid-range, mid-screen parts of the screen. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this could be a huge opportunity to get stuff started. Try to make some type of reversal. The YRC is there. Instantaneous super, but
no!
Oh my gosh!
Oh. And I wonder if that maybe was an input for the reversal super and just accidentally, you know, sometimes you press up at the very end there when you're excited and it just wasn't able to get it out. But nonetheless, Kurohitsugi gets on with a round here.
I mean, oh my gosh, yeah, Beyblade again, this is not where Kurohitsugi wants to be. 5.6p, but good stuff to Testyourluck, utilizing the burst, saying, no, I need you to stay in this corner.
Right. If you would kindly please, oh my god. Okay, so Testyourluck has solved like a pattern of Kurohitsugi. Realizing that once a Kurohitsugi sees that opposed get hit by anything, lets Eddie go instantly. So you're starting to see that delay Beyblade after hitting that 5-8 to get the counter hit because they're activating Eddie to go do something else and moving themselves in, and Testyourluck is just catching onto that so well.
That's smart stuff, man, because that's one of the staples of Kurohitsugi's gameplay that we saw from previous set is the fantastic usage of that opposed to change the tide situations, but Testyourluck having the counterplay to that.
Right, yeah. That's always so important. It's definitely the good idea beats, great idea beats good idea situation that's going on there.
Okay, but yeah. Oh, I thought we were going to get a wall break. Maybe not the worst thing in the world as it guaranteed more pressure for Kurohitsugi, getting a little more damage on the table.
Yeah, not having to go to neutral against a level 3 Nagoroyuki. Not such a bad thing, but oh, that bites. That bites.
Yes, a bite and a sting as Testyourluck will be able to get the 3-0 victory over Kurohitsugi with just, once again, masterful play on that Nagoroyuki. We see just even a deeper depths of Testyourluck's knowledge of that character coming into the foray there of like we saw their ability to cancel those slashes off the opposed confirmed, recognizing Kurohitsugi's usage of Eddie to punish accordingly, Beyblade, whatever they have to do, and just really constantly having full control of their matches whenever we see them come on stream. It's a very impressive showing of Nagoroyuki. Impressive showing of Zato as well. You know, I do like some of the adaptations that Kurohitsugi was trying to make there, and we said going into the matchup, you know, these are two technical characters and two players that definitely have done the work to play those characters at this level, being in this winner's side top 8, right? But Testyourluck just having just that slight advantage there in terms of what counted at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's just that really good point that we kind of saw that first round a little bit where it's like, okay, it's a little bit paced a little bit slower here, you know, Kuro able to like backdash a little bit more, start setting up Eddie, make it a little bit harder for Testyourluck to kind of get back in. But I think once Testyourluck figured out, okay, I got the pace that you're going for. I got the comfort zone that you're trying to go for. Let me close this out and take control over the match again. Just Kurohitsugi just was not able to get a truly one-up over Testyourluck from that point onward, and it was just an avalanche of Nagoroyuki running down the mountain and just yelling indiscriminate words angrily at the opponent. Local Florida man yelling indiscriminately at at weird blind guy.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly how it feels, right? There was like that one instance where Testyourluck was cornered and Kurohitsugi started to get some pressure going, and then Testyourluck really just like wreck Beyblade into the corner, coast to coast, coming out. He has a mask on, so he's muffled. He's like,
yeah, like, I don't know what you're saying.
Local angry vampire brute forcing their way out of the corner, refusing to have anything from a local blind man being led by Demon. More at 9.
But still, nonetheless, good stuff. And okay.
We get to attach a character to the name here for freshman, and it is Chipp Enough. Okay, interesting.
Oh, okay. So now this is an interesting top 8 bracket. So we have the Faust, we have the AxlLow, we have the Nago, we have the like Zato, Chipp, Geo, and like the only copy character then is Faust in the top 8.
Yeah, no, just a really interesting top 8 that's shaped out from Vortex Gallery and Winter Gaiden. This is our initial exposure to freshmen. You know, they made the top 8, but it wasn't through any stream matches. They made a deep losers run to get here. So I'm very excited to see what they put on the table here, because I think they played the most amount of matches through anyone in this top 8, just given how deep that losers run was.
Yeah, no, definitely staying warmed up. Like I said, only losing to ElvenShadow here. So once again, no slouch. ElvenShadow still also in the tournament for top 8, so very well earned. Oh, there we go. Very, very nice. Not letting CD, for once, not letting CD line breathe with Rushdown. That's a terrifying thought.
Right? It's just a complete, I mean, it's a familiar territory that we see from a CD line match, but not for a CD line on the defensive.
Ooh. And not really even defensive there, just using the Chipp, I can never say that word right, to anti-air Chipp there. It's just like, yeah, no, I'm still not defending. I'm going to make myself use a DP, make you block me instead.
Well, I'm loving how freshmen's utilization of Chipp's tools through and through. Like, we're seeing a lot of Alpha Blade, Gamma Blades, and just like RC cancels, but utilization of command throws keeps CD Line on their toes. Got a good amount of hits for it, but I mean, Chipp be bleeding. Because, man, there's one confirm it all it took for CD Line to kind of completely turn that matchup on its head and get around.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh, wow. CD Line maybe throwing themselves a little bit too much there, going in with the DP right away. Yeah, that was good. That's exactly what is happening now. Like I said, it's forcing you to block. Hey, you have to block me. I'm not defending in this situation, clearly. So now it's up to you to make the right decision.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there was a lot of pieces from freshmen kind of waiting to see what CD Lime's going to do. The BRC not getting opened up by anything there, and a good block on the 5D.
Yep, great job. Oh, gonna get the RC there, gonna touch the wall also. Not able to get the full confirm there, or get the wall stick there. This is a huge opportunity for CD Lime, but also freshman at the same time.
Yeah, this is a matchup that's oh my gosh!
Oh my God.
Right when I was gonna say this feels like a matchup that is just a lot of active decision making on both sides, trading the wildest decision of them all. Run a DP for freshmen, believing in themselves, but unfortunately not having the proper read there as CD Lime able to block and punish.
Yeah, and that was one of the big things by comparison. I think freshmen started to see like CD Lime like do a lot of DPs, and freshmen kind of like having to hold it and whatnot. Maybe freshmen think like, okay, I've not done this to my opponent. I've not shown that I completely disrespect them. Let me try this as something different, and it just didn't pan out. Had no meter to cancel or anything like that. But freshmen trying to compete in like the level of like aggression and disrespect comparatively to CD Lime.
So I respect what okay, let me respect the decision before you do it again. Like, because like off the post wall break, maybe he was expecting that CD Lime was gonna hit the type of button and just wanted to really bring that point home. Freshman is using these reversals, man. Oh my gosh. You gotta be so. What the hell? I don't know. You gotta be like. Maybe he's just going for the. Oh my God! Yo, CD Lime is coming. It's a virus. It's the DP virus spreading throughout everybody. Everyone's doing it, man. Now start DP. Why not? Wait, who's gonna do it? Anyone of them? Okay, neither. Okay.
Hold on. All right. No. It's gonna be fine. Watch this. Watch this. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen any moment now.
It's so unpredictable at this point. Oh, here it is. Run a DP. The counter hit blow up there for CD Lime. Not equated to a kill. Freshman had the burst available. No way he DP'd right here, right? There's no insurance. There's no way to cover it.
Yeah, use all the insurance there. There's. Oh my gosh. All right, there we go. Freshman staying in the game here. Gonna have 50 meter this time. Are they gonna run it in DP disrespect?
No, going on the defensive. Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
What is happening in this match? My gosh. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster right now, man. I'm out of breath. These DPs just flying all over the place. Again, I feel like from the point where I was gonna notice that it's just a bunch of active decision making on both ends. Both of them just subconsciously on the same like mental space as me and just being like, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Right. Watch this. Run a GP 5 times. I'm like, what do you mean?
real active decision making. All right, here we go. Freshman starting off very, very strong. Does get the wall stick off of this, too. All right.
DP! Oh, my gosh! Oh! Man, it's just the pure like showcasing of I'm not afraid to do it from freshman. You have this character that is literally paper. My man will die from committing to something like that and not having the proper insurance coverage to make it safe. The freshman just saying like, look, I have my solo play, I got my rush down, but if I just want to run a DP, I'm gonna do it. And there's no amount of red on my life bar that's gonna make me stop.
Ooh. But CD Lime, once again, just so good at the other action, like reacting to the DP and now starting to sniff out those DPs on wake up. It's like, hey, you're a little bit of a nut. I don't mind giving up a little bit of space to watch you DP, and then I can punish from there. Because once again, like you said, Chipp is made of paper, and we got no duct tape to fix it up.
Not at all. Yeah, give up a little bit of a space for taking a lot of bit of damage is what happened to freshman PC. But it's crazy, right? Because I feel like the rush down for freshman PC is great. Like, the way that they construct their Chipp pressure is really, really good. They're finding the openings on CD Lime. It's just like, when they get the advantage, sometimes they just take those big risks. And it's like, out of nowhere, seemingly.
Ooh. And now, the freshman getting it back on CD Lime, saying, yeah, now I'm going to bait your DP here. And oh, the cross up in the corner there. That was so clean. Freshmen getting themselves on the board.
I love it. I love it. You know, I'm not here to be a coach, but I do want to see more rounds like that from freshmen. Because that time, they had their momentum, their rushdown was impeccable, and they utilized that positive meter bonus on the wall break and the momentum they were building to just keep more of that going, rather than in other cases where we've seen them get opportunities for big pacing of momentum. They kind of bet it all on an unnecessary gamble in the form of those DPs and supers, but freshmen just closing it out really solidly. I want to see more of that.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, and doesn't punish at the very end there. Oh my gosh. And I think freshman's trying to change up a little bit, right? Just trying to like throw out a little bit new things here and there to say, look, I've shown you that I'm crazy. I'm showing you that I'm willing to disrespect options that you've tried to show me that you're very comfortable with. We're seeing a lot of those J2Ks again after there's been so many killer DPs. What an anti-air! The anti-air freshman has been waiting for that so long.
That was amazing, dude. That super is so, like, just like you said, really hard to anti-air, so tough to contest, and it's usually just like on the Giovanna end. It's just something that you just kind of do. On hit, you get the animation. On block, your plus. But freshman having the proper reaction for that was top level play.
Oh, and blocks that, and no amount of burst at the same time. And like, when you have those fallback options, like you said, with Giovanna super, just like, hey, it puts me back either at neutral or does damage and gets me Okazeme. When you have those options that are like fallback options in weird situations that you don't use very often, and your opponent not just blocks it, but handles it, it makes you think like, oh wow, you've been ready for this since like before, like weeks before this tournament even existed. So it's just like, I can't do that again. I cannot do that again. That's a terrifying thought, having that taken off the table there.
Oh my god, a terrifying thought that was taken off the table was freshman's DPs missed like momentum. That was the situation where it was just like, it was pretty good for freshmen. They're up a couple rounds, but not a big punish for it. So gotta be able to still kind of cash this momentum on another wall break. Maybe just a hit away from being able to take this game.
Right, it has a meter to do it too, so let's see what they're able to do. Catches the backdash there. Nice stuff from CD Lime.
Oh my gosh, throw it to the corner. Freshman has all the resources in the world. Oh my god, what?
Oh my god! Trying to use the super, get stuffed out of it because of the lack of invulnerability after the freeze frame, and then using a BRC expecting like, if this hits or gets blocked, then I'm gonna just RC out of it, gets a BRC out of it anyway, and still get stuffed out of it despite the slowdown. Oh my!
I can't believe it, Rito. If there was any interaction where I was expecting the wake up DP for freshman, it was there. Like, he had 100 meter, but he went for the wake up super instead that wasn't in full. Got punished accordingly for it, and just everything kind of slipping from the fingertips from there on out. As CD Lime gotta be able to take the set. That was a heartbreaker, man. I feel, I don't know, freshman. Maybe it was just a misplay there, because like I truly feel like the ball was in their court. It was a kind of tight situation being in that corner, but they had the full resources and they've shown that they were willing to do the wake up DP in the past, the reversal DP, the neutral DP, the rushdown DP, all iterations of DP they will do. But
we got 21 flavors of DPs.
Exactly, the Baskin Robbins of DP available there for freshmen. But like right when they had the opportunity of a make or break situation and having massive DP insurance, just kind of dropping the ball there and going for the reversal super that did not have any info was a tough call to make. But I mean, freshman definitely got my heart rate going crazy right now, because that was an insane match, an exciting one, a great debut to have on stream, and not a bad placement here. He's going to be finishing 7th here at Vortex Gallery winner Gaiden. But CD Lime, our Giovanna here in the top 8 going to be moving on to fight Kurohitsugi a little bit later.
Yeah, just that was one hell of a match. They had us screaming left and right about every little thing possible. Holy crap, I have never seen so much disrespect in the match in a long, long time. But you know what's nice? It's like a refreshing palate cleanser. It's like, okay, you're playing very smart. They're exploding each other. Okay, that's kind of they strive expectation. But seeing so many resets and the battle isn't to do as much damage as possible. The battle is to get to the point where your opponent is forced to respect your options to show you that I know you know type of situation. I feel like that's where we got to, just kind of that weird standoff, and it was exciting all the way through.
Oh yes, I mean just the back and forth nature between the two of them, and like as I said, I really like when Freshman was digging into their pockets and cleaning things up to make it solid. Their rushdown is tight, and they were opening up CD Lime. We know that CD Lime momentum is what they aim for in all of their matches, to just keep it really Giovanna centric, have you cornered. But yeah, good stuff for CD Lime getting that victory as we go to our other side of the losers bracket. ElvenShadow versus our good friend the Kai Kiske special. Decided by Smash GG as BlueHeck997.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be return of record of load up. Record of Ragnarok. Damn it!
Yeah, there it is.
Damn it! I was doing so well. Back to Kai Gaming here. So this is an interesting match in my opinion, especially as someone who's played both of these characters. I feel like this matchup is actually even Faust. Classically, Faust favors, but I think in this game it's about even. And it's just maybe even Kai favors because the pressure from Kai is so good. And right now you're seeing ElvenShadow just not able to get any sort of spacing whatsoever. And Record of Ragnarok playing it very aggressively. And I feel like it's a matchup that Kai can also play extremely slow if he so decides to.
Yeah, as of right now, I mean, Record Ragnarok has done a decent job of getting a lot of life lead going just through the pure rushdown, but I mean, big ups to ElvenShadow being able to fight their way out of the corner and reset back to neutral, but all it took was Record Ragnarok finding that initial hit that they needed, RC cancel, getting the first round on the board.
Good stuff there, but you know, ElvenShadow still trying to keep it up here, but that 6B is such a godsend in this matchup. Just covers so many of Faust's options, it's just so difficult to deal with there. Ooh, trying to go for a frame trap too, I like it, but ElvenShadow, nice J2K.
Yeah, I like the varied approaches that Record of Ragnarok is bringing to the table here when they do have ElvenShadow on the defense. What a counter probe interruption on the 6 heavy slash there, but Record of Ragnarok is mixing things up very well with the air approach. You know, sometimes some jump buttons, sometimes the back away with the stunners that we've seen there, and then, you know, ground approach has been good as well, keeping ElvenShadow on their toes defensively.
Oh man, and this is looking good for ElvenShadow here. Starting to get a little bit of that flowing going on. And so one kind of good thing about this matchup here with Faust versus Kai is that you're going to see ElvenShadow go for a lot of 2K on Wake Up, just because 2K does go under the DP on the third hit of it. So it's something very important that ElvenShadow wants to implement to show that this is off the table for you, Ragnarok. You cannot just DP me for free.
Very interesting. Yeah, being able to low profile that and guaranteeing a punish is a... Yeah, as Faust, it's those situations like that of utilizing that really low hurt box that you have to use to your advantage in every single matchup. So I actually didn't know that. That's something I'm going to be looking out for as well.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those classic things too. So if you ever played Faust in the previous games, still do it. Oh, and right now Ragnarok's doing it, getting maximum damage of that huge counter hit starter. 40%. Get out of here, you doctor. Call a doctor, but actually beat you.
Yes. Right, the lighting to victory is what Ragnarok does right there. Beautiful, just kind of display. And I really think it's, as I was saying earlier, just the way that they have been approaching has really been keeping ElvenShadow on their toes. But ElvenShadow taking the fight to Ragnarok this time around. You wanted to call a doctor, call a stylist, because got the throw, but getting the fire extinguisher. He's on fire.
Right, definitely hitting those great clips out there. And so ElvenShadow keeping it even with Record of Ragnarok here. Oh, kicks the bomb back, and now it has to block no matter what. And that forces Faust to stand into the lightning. Oh gosh, that's actually a really good move. Record of Ragnarok seems to be very familiar with this matchup.
Oh my god, the half charge does there for ElvenShadow with the RC cancel. Gonna be guaranteed some quarter pressure. Nice catch on the backdash. Keeping up the pressure going for as long as possible. We'll be guaranteeing a wall break for contribution bonus. Hopefully a positive momentum bonus. Hey, yo.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. There's nothing to say about that. Unfortunately, if you hit Faust J2K and you try to cancel the mix, 6P just obliterates your options afterward. It's a pain in the buns. And nice 5K on the Okazeme.
Yeah, I mean, despite ElvenShadow getting a little bit of that momentum going after the wall break, just couldn't quite seal the deal. Record of Ragnarok proving much powerful this time around. And this is another interesting part of it. Yeah, ElvenShadow tried to go into full screen item toss territory. Kai Kiske says, nah, man, I got stunned. What are you doing? Like, I have a full screen check. You got to be careful about that.
Yeah, that's just kind of like the last little bit of this. It's just like, cool, you can't. Anytime that Faust can't be at full screen just throwing items and kind of get like some sort of game plan going, it's really, really hard. And Kai does a great job of that. And like in previous games, oh my god,
Are you kidding?
that was so good. In previous games, it was kind of like okay, Faust can like throw an item far away, and if Kai does do a lightning attack or lightning shot from far away, meh, it's a little bit of damage, it's not a big deal. But in this game, that gives him the lightning buff. So you really got to be respectful of that, because that means Kai's moves are powered up. That means Kai gets a lot of more plus moves and a lot more damage on things. So you actually have to respect Kai from there on out.
Gosh, yeah. Something that's been really funny about regular Ragnarok, he utilizes the minion trumpet super well. Like, when he gets it, we saw it previous round, he used it for quarter carry. For that time, he used it as like an automatic Oki timing to guarantee a wall break afterwards. ElvenShadow's items kind of working against them, unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's such an important part of just playing so well against Faust. How much can you use their items against them? How much can you make them think about their options when these things are going down? And Record is doing an amazing job of it. That's absolutely for sure. Yeah. Oh my god. Right idea, just too slow in the execution.
Yeah, unfortunately had the burst insurance to not take too much damage off of that paper thrust punish. But still, ElvenShadow keeping up the momentum here and there. Behind the Afro. Look for the command throw. Oh my gosh, this is... Okay, yeah, luckily off of that Faust buff that happened in the previous patch, able to make use of having that Afro, but still stuck in the court. Oh, we're doing this!
Oh my god!
The Dragon install!
Yo, we Dragon install him? Alright, yeah, definitely can't let him play after that, like, as much as you can, because Dragon install is an issue. Is very, very hard lockdown from a Kai now. God.
Ooh, Mike, you see the rush down coming in, the multi-hits, damage, these stun edges. Look at him go!
Kai's smooth and Kai gaming happening right now. Can ElvenShadow weather the storm? Oh no, this is very dangerous.
Oh!
Yeah. What a cool finishing like move right there. That was so cool. And ElvenShadow moving out of the room very, very quickly afterward.
Yes, Record of Ragnarok, aka Blue Heck 997, awakening into that Dragon install. That animation is so hype. I'm glad that they have buffed the Dragon install, and it's like, because that's something that I haven't seen a little bit more recent as of late in comparison to like betas and early Guilty Gear Strive. Kai players are not using that tool because it was just like for the trade-off of how important meter is in Guilty Gear Strive for the purpose of like your RCs and what they mean for your defense and your offense. Just Dragon install just didn't seem like a great exchange of meter for what you get in comparison for it. But now that they've like buffed it up, and for that situation right there where Record of Ragnarok was trying to turn the tables, down on life but up an advantage, having ElvenShadow in the corner, that completely turned the tables. And when they put ElvenShadow at the Magic Pixel situation, was able to execute everything properly thanks to those Dragon install buffs. That was fantastic utilization of that tool.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so cool to see it too at this point in juncture of the game, because I think a lot of people haven't really seen a lot of Kai Dragon install, so it actually adds like a whole new layer of that unpredictability, because you're not familiar with that sort of matchup aspect of it. You're not familiar with like what all does Dragon install do? What do I need to be looking out for? Where are my openings, if there are any openings now? And it's a little bit of a guessing game to say, I know you're more dangerous, I know I need to be more defensive, but when do I get to play comfortably? Or is it a lot of just me doing guesswork and hoping that, yeah, I hope you don't do this next wild thing on this move that happens to be plus now that used to be like significantly negative. So it's just an interesting concept to like throw something new into the game. Just make them think about, are the possibilities of this cool install move.
Yes, definitely. And I mean, Blue Heck pulled it out right when they needed it, just to guarantee that set and move along in this top 8. They'll be fighting Bdarka a little bit later, but right now we have an exciting one coming up here. It's gonna be Kurohitsugi versus CD Lime.
Yeah. And they're both rocking the red too, on top of everything else.
I like it.
Yeah, looking fresh there, y'all. Good job.
So yeah, really just kind of filling each other out here from a full screen distance. You know, CD Lime, I think on one end is just saying like, okay, how are they setting up Eddie? How am I gonna, navigate the approach here and, eventually find my way in? Whereas Kurohitsugi is kind of like being elusive, putting up Eddie in multiple ways. It's just like, maybe I'll put up the opposed to deter your approach. Maybe I'm gonna send Eddie right at you.
I think this is actually combining, like, at this point, Kurohitsugi is combining two things that we've seen from CD Lime, kind of like, that kind of like combined have stopped CD Lime in their tracks so far. A lot of these zoning aspects and a lot of the ridiculous pressure aspects. Kind of if you go lean to both of those, it makes it very hard for CD Line to play their game. So I'm curious to see how Kurohitsugi really implements them both and how CD Line makes it through.
Yeah, I love that wake up backdash that Kurohitsugi did. You know, as an option on defense. Oh, another one of those magnet throws, huh? I mean, it is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know, playing a character with low life points such as Zato, when he did that wake up backdash, he didn't have any like nurturers on it. He had no RC, he had no burst. But you gotta believe in yourself and you know utilize those multiple wake up options on these Guilty Gear Strive, even if like it's not backdash called out, you can die for, you know.
Speaking of dying for it,
yeah. Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing made real here. One round apiece between the two of them. Ooh, okay. Nice punish on the Eddie. Move that out a little more cheekily, but that's the kind of stuff that CD Line needs to do, just to make sure that Eddie does not get the play, and that means Kurohitsugi has to either back up or rush down and lock down until the opportunity arises.
Yeah, that was the unfortunate thing, though. Unfortunately, CD Line a little bit more too focused on the Eddie and not focused enough on the Zato. As like Zato was still doing quite a bit of work to put CD Line under pressure. They're just running away with the positive meter building. CD Line trying to force their way out, but a burst effect from Kurohitsugi to stop them right in the tracks.
Damn. So much work catching out the jump out there. That was so good.
Yeah, Kurohitsugi is doing a just fantastic job of playing this matchup exactly the way that they need to do so. Like having CD Line put Eddie on the mind of just like saying, enforcing how dangerous Eddie is and how dangerous Eddie is in Kurohitsugi's control, whether it be on the zoning game. That's one of those masterful Zato plays, utilizing the teleport under to bait the burst. Kurohitsugi, masterful play right now here with the Zato.
Oh my gosh. And CD Lime is trying to take all these opportunities, trying to take their turn, and like more or less trying to steal their turn than more than anything else. Just like doing a lot of disrespectful stuff, dashing in under certain situations. Oh my god.
You challenge there? I can't believe that there's a 5P challenge with Zato there, because like isn't Giovanna guaranteed plus off that no matter what? Like
zero, I imagine, but maybe the idea is that CD Lime's like, I know I'm positive after this. I'm going to use a slower move, expecting my opponent to actually respect that. And no, Kurohitsugi was willing to gamble because they had such a life lead. It was like, heck, why not? What are you gonna do, kill me?
Basically, a worthwhile gamble to make as they guarantee the round with this CD Line just trying to get their momentum. Oh my god, that's the other side of the coin of like, it may look like it's rough here for CD Line, maybe feel sorry for them, but like once they get in, that Zato does explode. Because like the health is low, the guts are, what are these?
Yes!
What are those? That used to be an infinite. I remember that from the beta.
Yeah, it used to be the infinite. It's like it's still in CD Lime's books here. They're very confident and comfortable with it. It does a lot of damage, no reason to forget it.
Oh man.
Alright, first through here has the corner. CD Lime doing so much damage, has a lot of meter to work with. It's just done. Like look at that face of Giovanna. Eyes widened out, looking like the god of thunder. Good stuff. One apiece here.
Yes, indeed. CD Line making the necessary adaptations, I guess. It's really just been a whole bunch of aggression. I mean, good kind of traversing over the Eddie, and I think that's been a constant of the matchup that has come in CD Line's favor. Whether it's win or lose, they have had very good Eddie punishes.
Speaking of good punishes, using the 6P to actually go with through the Giovanna DP, that was absolutely insane there. And then just the insane reward now that CD Lime's got from this. And 6P again from Kurohitsugi is just doing so good.
Oh, execute, but you're meeting.
Oh my god, I didn't realize it was that like involved.
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna happen at all. Given like how active that projectile would have to be there for Zato, I thought it would just eat through it, but no. That was kind of fancy. The freeze to get rid of the Eddie in slow motion, I like that.
Yeah, kicking a frog in the teeth. How many times do you ever get to say you get to do something like that?
Only a Guilty Gear Strive. Unfortunately, didn't get a lot of mileage off that screen freeze though. It got rid of Eddie, but again, you get rid of Eddie, but you can't get rid of the Zato. Kurohitsugi making this comeback slowly but surely, but catches the backdash. Good stuff. I've noticed that about CD Line. There's been some Oki situations that we've been going for more multi-hit attacks in terms of like Giovanna's close clash in the 2D that hits twice to capture those backdash situations. Very smart.
Yeah. That's a great point. CD Line is just doing a very uniquely great job on just saying like, I'm ready for the backdash options so much more. And a lot of Giovanna options are very active and whatnot. It will catch both standing there and blocking and backdashing very well. So CD Line is just super aware of that, but I think they get like a bit of joy from actually catching a backdash. Like, yep, I'm a brain genius and there's nothing you can do about it.
Of course, man. Especially with like a slimy character such as Zato and Kurohitsugi with the way they've been playing of really having fantastic control of this neutral game. Kurohitsugi firing right back, getting the round in a very, definitive fashion, utilizing that approach to the 6P, trying to carry this momentum here. Lime.
Woo! Nice 2S again, and there it is, the Frogtastic, bombastic, getting the Shark Week here, and that's going to be a decent amount of damage. Not the most damage in the world, but Eddie is going to come back, and that's the more important part in anything else.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, a well-timed burst, a gold burst here for CD Lime. I think this is the exact momentum they were looking for. A little bit too heavy there with the dip on the Chipp. Couldn't get much utilization off the RC cancels, but trying to make it work, keep the momentum going for as long as they can.
Alright, looks like we're going to style for a while here. CD Lime just putting so much pressure on Kurohitsugi, forced to use that YRC, and now they're kind of even on meter. Nothing they can do with it. Barely, burst coming back slowly on Kurohitsugi's side, and they're probably actually waiting for the burst to come back as like a safety measure.
Yeah, definitely. Kurohitsugi is like, I have a life lead, I have the burst that's coming back shortly, as long as I just stay, keep CD Lime on the pressure where they have to approach me. All of this is in my favor, and only gets more and more in my favor as time goes along. So I think they played that exactly the way that they needed to in those closing interactions.
Yeah, exactly. And you kind of start getting a little bit impatient. You realize that time's ticking down and that you're accomplishing nothing. Patience sometimes is just not the way. You have to make an option. CD Lime tried it, but it looks like Kurohitsugi is going to make another board 2-1. Now trying to go on winning the match here. Wants to move on.
You can see, look at them go. They could feel it. They were trying to close it out, going to even, like, uncharacteristically on the aggressive from the round, trying to get CD Lime having them cornered, and just trying to find those close-out opportunities to get CD Lime. CD Lime has been on defense the entire time, man.
Yeah, and now that the burst is off the table and 50 meter on Kurohitsugi's side, Kurohitsugi has so many options they can play around with here. They're just managing the Eddie meter up until this point.
Oh my! That was the last thing I expected. I don't think I've seen Kurohitsugi do this all tournament. That command throw is like something they have never done.
Oh, they're just gonna apply the pressure here because CD Lime is out of meter. It's being forced to block a multi-hitting super that will do a lot of chip damage. Kurohitsugi is now on match point.
Yes. See them pulling out all the stops and just having the great recognition of what they need to do to close this out against CD Lime. The bobbing and weaving in and out is a perfect display of offense and neutral control here for Kurohitsugi. Gonna get a wall break, hasn't been touched here. Kurohitsugi maybe looking untouchable.
Throw the sword down here. Yeah, forces a block. Now Eddie's on the other side. This is such a hard sandwich situation here. CD Lime has to make this count. Eddie is dead for right now. Has to corner. What damage can they get? Backdashes out.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just utilizing the momentum of that RC to just completely escape the corner, but CD Lime doing a good job of matching that momentum, just fighting for their life here, literally, as they're just stuck in a pixel away from dying. Double PRC to Vortex! Oh.
And the 6P once again doing so much work for Kuro. Now we'll take it 3-1 against CD Lime, and that means CD Lime does go home here.
Yes, that is correct. CD Lime putting on a hell of a show with that Giovanna. I felt like both of their top 8 matches were really heart-pumping matches. That match that they had earlier, freshman on the Chipp, and this one with Kurohitsugi. But Kurohitsugi, man, you want to talk about momentum and how they were looking in that last round. I think they just really got into their comfort zone and recognized exactly what they needed to do against CD Lime and taking a little bit even more of an aggressive approach. We've been kind of magnifying Kurohitsugi's just great presence in the neutral game and kind of like navigating a pose and drunkard shape based off of their opponent's decision making. But I think they really got into their flow and kind of tapped into their offensive instincts for the latter half of that match to take the fight to CD Lime. That was cool.
Yeah, no, that was extremely good. And just like we kind of mentioned before, just that balance with CD Lime we've seen kind of like give them a little bit of pause. The zoning aspect, the patience and zoning aspect, and the complicated rushdown aspect. When you combine them both together, I think that's really where Kurohitsugi is shown. But now it's time for Bdarka's time to shine against Record of Ragnarok, who's now playing another Faust in this tournament yet again.
Yes, we'll see how Record of Ragnarok is going to be able to navigate against, yet another Faust. This is, unfortunately, the last Faust standing in terms of bracket, so trying to bring it together for top 4.
Oh, great throw there. Kai Gaming getting that air throw in there and pushing towards the corner here. Bdarka just find their back against the wall here, and just once again, Record of Ragnarok just seems really, really good about understanding what Faust's goals are and playing around it super well, just making it look very, very, very easy.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a similar approach here from Record of Ragnarok in terms of how they get in on their opponent that we saw against ElvenShadow, where they're just mixing it up really well, being really kind of unpredictable the way that they're going to cover ground. Sometimes they go for those big air calls to J Slash, or sometimes they just straight up run around on the ground. Kai's coming at you, it's coming at you now, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the kind of pace you need to do, you know. Even in the best zoning, even in the most patience, you need to show that to your opponent that I'm willing to give you a little bit mix up for higher level damage, risk it for the biscuit and all that good stuff. And oh my gosh, Bdarka gets that again. The RC and just 5 ping, because everyone's like, oh, you're going to throw me after that. And Bdarka's like, nah, dog, I'm keeping it safe. That's fine.
Yeah. Stay away, please.
Yeah.
Flick.
Oh no, big damage started here. Gonna have to burst, absolutely.
Oh my! I think that Record of Ragnarok was hoping that stun edge was gonna keep Bdarka and block stun to take the bomb, but no, that hunched over man just saying like, excuse me? No.
Yeah. Not today, no. Oh my gosh. Oh, tries to dash in afterward, expecting something else, maybe an item throw, but it got a lot of damage off that. Bdarka staying in the game here.
Okay, Bdarka finding a way out of the corner, but yeah, it's just the willingness of Record of Ragnarok to challenge in these situations where there's gaps is phenomenal. Literally, that situation where it just felt like Bdarka had full control, Record of Ragnarok just recognized that gap and saying like, nope, I don't have to sit here and wait. This is exactly what you don't want to do against Faust, to sit here, wait, and let them do things. I'm running up and implementing the throw right now, and that was literally a game-winning decision there from Record of Ragnarok.
Yeah, Record of Ragnarok just playing this matchup so well, just giving the Faust a lot to think about, not letting them get comfortable in any position, and just understanding the positioning of certain moves, like the bombs and the example, just staying out of range of them and whatnot, and just understanding the options. It's just paying off so well. Knowing your opponent, definitely always something you want to do, but knowing how to mitigate their randomness, even better.
Oh my, that was so cheap. The mid combo reset off the minions to go for the cheeky little uncharged dust. That did like 50% cumulatively.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. That was so good. And a 6P to ride the lightning! Ride the lightning! God damn! Record of Ragnarok.
I like that, man. One hit confirms the super is something that I love to see. Third strike, y'all. Street Fighter 3. All right, Record of Ragnarok. I see you.
We got you. We know your history now. Oh my God, 6P again. Gonna get so much damage off this corner. Situation here, but Record of Ragnarok has so much meter to play around with. A little bit of a 6P damage there, and opting not to burst.
Okay, yeah, that positive meter bonus is making Record of Ragnarok super threatening in terms of the tension available.
Oh.
Yo, yeah, there was 2 of those bombs in play. Record of Ragnarok not accounting for the second one. They're still not in the worst position of this match, especially keeping a pressure alive for 6 Ps on the scalpel, but Bdarka getting his damage slowly but surely. Maybe not being able to use that tension to Record of Ragnarok, but making it happen right here, right now, with the burst B2 into Ride the Lightning.
My gosh, Record of Ragnarok making a record-setting pace right now. We're gonna see this dude on Subway Assault next. It's like, this is the Kai 80% run.
Man, oh man, doing the speedruns and doing them in style and finesse. Record of Ragnarok. Oh no, that is a big loss for Bdarka to have right there. Burst is something that you want to have at your disposal to get this Record of Ragnarok rush down. Get this man away from you, because he's done such a good job of closing the gap, getting the pressure and making usage of Faust items at their advantage. Now you're just subject to all this next Record of Ragnarok. Man, taking it for all it's worth. You have not aiming. We have not seen the middle of the screen. Bdarka just stuck in this left side of this corner, man. Yikes.
Yeah, bye. Help. Help me. Oh my God, even that slight FD stop right outside of 6P range, letting that come out and then running in afterward for a punish? Jeez Louise! Record of Ragnarok.
The first 2 seconds of this match is where that Bdarka burst was used, and I gotta imagine that there's just a ton of regret on Bdarka's end for allowing that to whip out the open, because Record of Ragnarok has been able to take full advantage of it all together and then run up to a confirm to another Ride the Lightning. Bdarka may be getting the burst back finally, but it's not even too little too late, as Record of Ragnarok utilizes all that momentum, the ticket for oppression, and taking a session and a set off of there from Bdarka, moving into the top 4 territory with a 3-0 victory. Gonna be fighting Kurohitsugi up next. What a exemplary match of, as you said, Kai Gaming at disposal there.
Kai Gaming happening. With all that oppression session, there's definitely no question that Ragnarok deserves to be able to be in this top 4 situation here. It's just, You saw the pressure, you saw the confidence, you saw the movement, you saw the options. Just everything was going up Ragnarok's flavor. And I just feel like Ragnarok is getting to the point where at some players you see in tournaments as the further they get into the tournament, the more powerful they become. I think a great example of this is like Lost Soul, who the further they get into the tournament, the more powerful they become. Like, yeah, wait, no, I am nice. I'm really nice. Oh my God, let me show you how. I don't think you understand my opponent. I have to show you how nice I am. Let me show this thing I'm gonna bait from you. And some players just really ride off of that. I think another great example is like Crocs and Socks too. It's just like all these players, the more they play, the more powerful they become. They're like Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. Well, I mean, hopefully for a record of Ragnarok, otherwise those Blue Heck 997 in bracket, that is the exact type of power up that they're going to be able to utilize to take on Kurohitsugi next. That's a run back. Kurohitsugi is who sent record of Ragnarok to losers in the first place, so they're going to need a power up or a different approach, and that run back for loser semis happening a little bit later.
Absolutely. But now we have reached our top 4 here. We have winners final side Myloo versus Testyourluck, and that'll be going to grand finals. And then on the losers semifinal side, we have Kurohitsugi and Blue Heck, or Record of Ragnarok, going up against one another. And these matches have been rather spicy and rather fiery here. So let's take a small break here. Let's take our sponsors here for a second. We have the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting coming out soon. If you ever wanted to see what it'd be like for Kiryu and Majima to babysit a goddamn child, this is the manga for you. Also, if you want to see me kiss, they might do that too. But anyway, physical releases. March 22nd from Gaiden Books, definitely publishing this one. Gaiden Books is a lot of publishing on top of everything else. So if you're kind of looking at this, you're like, well, this might not be my thing, but it seems like they're going the right direction to something interesting. Definitely check out Gaiden Books at GaidenBooks.com, or follow their Twitter account at Gaiden Books and check out what's going on with them, because they have a lot going on with their publishing. They're doing something a little bit more unique compared to anywhere else, so you might have a lot of fun doing the manga down with them.
Yeah, a little bit of an intimate setting that you laid out there. Very cozy there, that you want to just snuggle up and grab a book. I mean, it's Winter Gaiden. Winter is associated with cold. Maybe you want to snuggle up and get warm with one of these beautiful hoodies available at the 956pro.com/shop marketplace there. You see those wonderful hoodies that have been designed by amazing artists that have, given their artwork to just be put on these amazing products. As I pointed out, the hoodies, there's even some stuff for summertime. You see those shirts there, and if you just want to have some fantastic Vortex gallery swag to take with you to your next major as those transitions to online to offline tournaments is happening. You can have your face mask, your hat, and your bag ready to go, and you always got to have the hydration ready to go. Maybe grab one of those canteens or water bottles, all at the 956pro.com/shop marketplace for Vortex Gallery Winter Guiding goods. Get.
And I'm gonna take a wild guess here, but I believe that we are going on a small little break here before we enter the top 4. So this gives you all an opportunity, and our players the opportunity, to kind of shake off the nerves, breathe in a little bit, and just get ready for the end of the journey. They have made it this far. They have been playing absolutely wonderfully. So let's get ourselves a break. Let's get up, stand up, stretch a little bit, get some water. But as always, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog that we are top 4 Winter Gaiden Guilty Gear Strive. If you've been excited by these matches before, you're going to be peeing your pants at these ones afterwards. So we'll see you soon, hopefully for change of pants. And we're excited to bring you into that.
Don't miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, Vortex Gallery Winter Gaiden Guilty Gear Strive North America. We are in the top 4 territory here. We have had a gauntlet of matches that have been thrown at us. Some big wins, some big upsets, some unfortunate losses, but 4 competitors here to duke it out for a chance to get into. Wait. What are they fighting for? What am I fighting for? The zero, it's in my head. What are they fighting for, Ryudo? There's a match arena link that is associated with this tournament. Be sure to donate if you haven't already, because that is an option in terms of the pod. They are fighting for some money, some cash, and there's free money that you can donate to the pod as well. So be sure to check out that match arena link. Log into a multitude of ways to hit that claim code button, okay? What that's going to do is donate a free 25 cents to the pod. It's currently at $25.50. There's 28 of those bad boys left. So I believe there's a little bit over 20 of us watching. So if we all band it together, hit that claim code, that is just free dollars donated to that pot. So that is the answer to what they are fighting for. That match arena. Check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah, and just to show how super quick and easy it was, ever since that got posted in chat, and while Kraken Atkins was going at it, I already finished it. I did it. Right there, then and there. It's that fast. It's that easy. What are you holding out for? Why are you acting like, oh, that's so much effort? I can multitask it. You can just do it while chillaxing and relaxing and maxing all cool. So definitely get inside of school and hit that button if you want to be cool.
You know, I'm so happy that you omitted to doing that because, ironically, also during my show that I was doing for the match, Reno, as I was doing it, I was also claiming my code at the exact same time because it's that easy and that simple and that fast. I was like, I could totally tell the viewers about that while I do it because it literally takes no time. So yeah, you see it right here. We did not plan that, by the way.
Yeah, no, not at all. That was on the fly.
Commentators showing how easy it is to donate to the match, Reno. You could do it too. You don't even have to advertise it as you do it, but again, exclamation in the chat, hit that claim code button before the end of the night. We would greatly appreciate it, as we have answered the question of what these players are fighting for in the Vortex Gallery Runner Gaiden top 4 for NA.
Yep, exactly. And you know, these players definitely deserve a lot of love for how well they've been playing, the show that they've been putting on this entire way. There's been a lot of stuff we've learned and earned throughout the whole night. And we're getting to the top aspects where it's like, okay, no, these are definitely the players who have been working their asses off to get to this point. Show them some love. Show us some love. You know, you're not doing it for the players. Do it for us. Do you see how adorable we are? We're just absolutely cute. Do it for us.
There it is. Do it for Ryudo and Kraken Atkins, man.
But on the Guilty Gear side of things here, we have Myloo versus Testyourluck on the winners finals side of things. That is going to be AxlLow versus Nago. Definitely two very different styles of characters. One wants to go in, one wants to stay out. I'm very curious to see how both of them handle one another.
Yeah, I'm curious to say too. These are also two players that have had very, very dominant runs in their sets thus far. Testyourluck, well, Myloo has had a run where they've only dropped one game throughout their sets. It's been only 3-0s from there on out, only 1-3-1. Testyourluck has coming into his winners finals, dropping no games. So we're talking like just two players that have been at the very top of their game. Makes sense that they're meeting in the winners finals. And like you said, a very big divide in terms of play styles that are meeting between Nagoroyuki and AxlLow.
Yeah, and it's like. It's once again one of those matches because AxlLow not as popular of a character, a little bit more than I would say other characters currently, but still not one of those as seen characters. So I'm very curious to see how Testyourluck really takes on Myloo. Is it going to be kind of that CD Lime style where it's like I'm going to try to rush you down as much as possible and give you as little breathing room as possible, which works for Myloo because they were able to keep CD Lime out perfectly fine. And I think it'd work a little bit better against Nagoroyuki, who doesn't have as good of jumping air dash options or anything like that. But will Testyourluck, who has shown that they're very aggressive and they're very good at managing a level 3 blood bar, be able to almost outzone the zoner? Who zones the zoners? That might be Testyourluck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see what they have at their disposal here. I mean, Testyourluck, no matter who's been placed in front of them, it just feels like they have the answer necessary in terms of what they need to do to get their game plan going. Because although they are a very momentum-heavy player and they do kind of strive in the no pun intended strive in terms of their rush down, the way that they get it started is different in every single matchup. I mean, we saw the implementation of JD that they use against ElvenShadow against the Faust and just having good blood management control there. We saw how they did it earlier against Kurohitsugi of just like recognizing getting past that Zato and everything in order to traverse neutral, whether it be an opposed or whatever is being thrown at them. So I gotta imagine, just based off of the history, no matter how niche the matchup or how niche the situation, Testyourluck is able to get in and get their game plan going no matter what is thrown at them. But Myloo, on the other hand, we've seen them come across opponents that have like seemingly had a similar pace or a similar style in terms of having their game plan get started. You know, they did fight against CD Lime, who's a Giovanna player that we've seen, also had a similar style of aggression and having a good navigation of situations. But Myloo, in that very tense Avatar match, from what we were able to tell, was able to traverse that as well. So they have familiarity with those more aggressive styles and kind of putting those at bay and getting their game plan going as a contrast.
Yeah, absolutely here. And so we have an entrance into the room. Could it be the final boss? It is Testyourluck, dressed up in looking like Anji. Actually, why are you looking like Anji? I mean, I guess Myloo is looking like Eno on the other hand. So
yeah,
but the mind games start before the match even gets played.
And it's funny. I mean, if somebody was named Testyourluck, and like maybe I would think that they play Anji, because like Anji is definitely a character that kind of embodies the kind of Testyourluck type of lifestyle.
Right.
The game. But
I'm gonna try to spin and win and see what happens. Oh God, it missed. Please don't kill me. All right, getting into here. Myloo Axl versus Testyourluck Nago. Winners finals. This is going to go to grand finals. The winner of this. So let's see how this matchup starts out. Oh, nice 2H to start with the match here. This is already looking good for Myloo.
Yeah, that's a way that you want to start to guarantee all that damage on the table and forcing the full screen game of Testyourluck not being deterred, but just forcing their way in. That's that similar kind of ideology from Testyourluck, just brute forcing their way in if they need to. But Myloo did a good job of resetting back.
Yeah. And then here's that pressure here. Now we got that level 3
oh
blood
my
gauge.
God. Yo, be careful on that wrist gauge cranking, man. But yeah, the blood gauge is gonna pop. Yeah, just a full animation with the time stop. Oh my God, I didn't know that time stop stopped the blood gauge as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh no! Myloo, do not die off of this. Do not die because you were swagging. Do not die.
My gosh, okay.
Okay, 2K, they're god.
Yeah, there was just a... Because there was definitely an opportunity to get a kill sequence going there right off the blood pop. Just Myloo, unfortunate drop. Almost came back to bite them, but they... Ooh, okay. Nice knowledge check with the reversal throw on the pressure.
Ooh, and nice to JH into J2 or JD. Get a nice little combo there. But level 3 bug gauge is exactly where Testyourluck is super comfortable, but... Oh no, not again!
So yeah, not right now, Myloo. Not in the winners finals with Vortex Gallery, where you want to have these blunders happen, and giving a character like Nagoroyuki, a player like Testyourluck, an opportunity to get in. But just like that, Myloo able to switch things back to their favor with that reversal super.
Oh, that is so good. And once again, Myloo's actually doing a great job of kind of just doing like a barrier knowledge checks against Testyourluck. Just a nice little 2K here and there to kind of interrupt stuff. The throw that you had mentioned earlier. This is working extremely well for Myloo. And I think it kind of goes back to what we were talking about a little bit earlier. Axl, not as popular as a character. But Nagoroyuki, you can't throw a stone without hitting at least 5 Nagoroyukis. And I think that's coming out in Strive right now. Once again, not intended. For Myloo. Because Myloo has a lot of knowledge against Nagoroyuki. And it seems like Testyourluck doesn't exactly have the anti-knowledge against Axl, who... Oh, what the heck is going on between these gaps?
Yeah, no, and that is it takes a lot of confidence to be able to counter against Nagoroyuki, right? Because we know, I mean, the character is labeled as one shot. So,
yeah,
I mean, like, that gives a lot of imagination of what that could possibly mean in terms of when he actually hits you. But if you just have the knowledge in terms of when the counter blows and when to interrupt the pressure, it really throws a wrench to the Nagoroyuki game plan.
Ooh! Speaking of wrenches being thrown into plans, that JK from Testyourluck, oh my gosh. That hit on the other side of the anti-air 2S chain. And that was like so much work. But there it is, that knowledge check again, 2K, gonna use time stop. So now, Nagoroyuki has to wait for a day, and that's really scary. But manages to get through, the 5 seconds are up on the time. Oh gosh, pushing out here, doesn't work out, gets counter hit. Good stuff from Testyourluck.
And that is what we finally saw, the dangers of leaving Nagoroyuki at those low life percentages. And he has the high guts for a reason. That wasn't necessarily one of the previous interactions we were seeing a Myloo drop, giving Testyourluck another chance, but Nagoroyuki is a character you just never count out as he makes the comeback seemingly out of nowhere.
Yeah, oh, this is definitely going to be a comeback almost out of nowhere here. Just getting massive damage, but there's a throw again from Myloo. Testyourluck has to figure out how to bait that out.
For real, like Myloo has just shown time and time again that they have those proper interruptions necessary in the form of the reversal buttons and reversal throws to throw off the Testyourluck pressure, challenging those gaps. And oh my gosh, yeah, this time around, yeah. Okay, yeah, just go for the, I was gonna say, just go for the RC. Like the way that the time stop super worked last time, you know, just guarantee the kill.
Yeah, don't goof around, just go for the easy stuff, it's absolutely fine. And wow, that 2-8 actually challenging the opening Fukio, I think that's the name of the move if I remember correctly. Just a lot of Nagoroyukis like to use that because if they hit it or trade it, they usually are able to go ahead and get like a full like 40 to 50% combo into the corner and wall break. And actually 2H trading from it just because of how hurtboxes work on Axl, working so well.
Yeah, I love just everything that Myloo is bringing to the table in terms of this matchup, right? I mean, the Testyourluck momentum, we've seen shades of it trying to get started, him trying to cover the ground, but then it just seems like as soon as they get in, Myloo has maybe 80% of the time been able to escape unscathed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Myloo even escaping that situation, jumping at the same time as Testyourluck. Ooh, anti-air super! That's definitely gonna work!
Amazing defensive presence of mind right at the end. Just utilizing exactly what they needed in order to guarantee the kill and guarantee the game. Myloo looking very, very strong here as they go up 2 games now over Testyourluck.
Yeah, Myloo is playing such a very uncomfortable game for Testyourluck. And the fact is that Myloo is able to take a lot of the opportunities Testyourluck would normally have with like the rest of the bracket, honestly, but with a lot of different players and just you know, interrupting and stuff like that. And that's the power of the lab, right? That's absolutely the power of the lab. I keep getting caught in these situations. What are my options? And getting to explore them firsthand from Myloo.
Oh my gosh, oh yeah, just first. I think it's gonna be up to test your luck of like, cause the flow of this matchup has been really interesting. Myloo will play that range game and then test your luck eventually finds her way in, may burst like on the initial interaction, but like, forcing test your luck to dig into the pocket of Nagoroyuki options on the offensive to like prevent from being counterpoked or reversal thrown to get things back in Myloo's advantage. Cause it's already a slog of trying to get in the first place. You don't want to reset back when you finally find your way in, right?
Right. Yeah, getting back to that kind of mid-range situation is just, it's detrimental, like, yes, as a gameplay perspective, but also from a mental perspective. Like, oh, I have to do that again. Yeah. Yay. But hey, Testyourluck doing all right with it. Oh, the super comes out, but I think he might have recovered. No. Still too bad.
Myloo letting it rip and letting it rock. Another interruption. As soon as like Testyourluck kind of covers that ground, Myloo is just ready for it. And it's not from the tools that you would expect. It's not from like the 2 heavy slash or the 5P, anything long reaching. No, it's just these short, fast counter pokes, recognizing the range. And when Testyourluck is approaching and just saying, nope, I got the answer for that. 2D knockdown, whatever I need. Very impressive stuff.
Right. Just, you know, Myloo just playing so well, covering so many options. Is making Testyourluck actually test their luck. And I'm seeing a lot more of kind of those. You know what? Just, I'm throwing my thought out. That my brain stopped. Like, yeah, nice hit. Wow, that is completely okay. And you know what? Testyourluck is absolutely happy to take that opportunity here, doing so much damage here. Blood is almost capped out, but the trade will do it.
Oh my gosh, man. Myloo, this is one. So if there's one critique I can have about the Myloo games, I think that's the 3rd time that we've seen Myloo have possibly some checkmate or gaming scenarios and unfortunately just dropping the ball on pulling the trigger. The previous 2 times they were able to make sense of it and still get the game. At that time, Testyourluck taking advantage of that opportunity, that little glimmer of hope that they had to win the round, and just running away with it to get that game, the first game on the board here.
And it's kind of an interesting thing, because it's like, I don't know if Myloo's going for like something like specific, like some sort of setup, or just actually legitimately trying to style.
I mean, it's a tough call to make, especially when the rest of the gameplay has been so pristine, so precise, and so great in terms of making it really hard for Testyourluck to cover any ground here. We see that Kiske put with another counter hit to heavy slash, and we're back to the full squid game!
Oh, what a throw! Oh. Yeah, like you said, it's just, right now, Myloo is covering so many options. Nice block there, good awareness, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Having the burst to make sure that no confirmation happens for that 5P anti-air. Myloo, once again on match point.
Yes, Myloo definitely in the driver's seat right now, just trying to get a ticket to victory to Testyourluck's in. Otherwise, finding some opportunities for gap closing, mixing up the pressure a little bit, going for other options. We see the sway back to try to bait the 2K. They have the right ideology with the low hurt box of that actual 2K, not allowing for the whiff punish. But we're seeing the seeds being planted of adaptation for Testyourluck right then and there in that interaction.
Testyourluck now. Only one more mix-up to go, one more hit to go, and that, yeah, just something very quick and simple like that will definitely do a lot of work for Testyourluck there. Now going to 1 round apiece here. Testyourluck staying alive.
Yeah, I like this. We're seeing Testyourluck doing the necessary things in terms of like calling out the Myloo counterpokes. Unfortunately, not in that beginning of the round situation, but they are just bobbing and weaving in and out, strikes and throws. Yeah, you see implementing the backdash there to see if Myloo will go for a counterpoke. Nothing there that time around though.
Yeah, and I just like the comfort of Myloo, you know, happily bringing Testyourluck in every single time with the up chain, just to bring close and do some sort of mix-up after. But I think that's the first time that Testyourluck actually really combated against that and got out of the situation, is actually making it a winning one for them. Oh, but this makes it a little bit more dangerous.
Whew, okay. Oh my gosh, utilized the momentum to get in there, and that was a clutch command grab needed for Testyourluck. They were at max blood gauge. Just beautiful play there. Oh my gosh, because like if that throw whiffed, blood was popping. He bet it all right then and there. It was just the perfect decision there from Testyourluck. They are tying it up and bringing this back for 2-2.
Yeah, and because it just goes back to that early conversation, those opportunities that Myloo had to finish out and close out rounds is really going to bite their ass in the butt again. Oh, this is very, very scary. Oh, level 3.
Okay. Testyourluck is putting Myloo in the test situation of seeing if they can find an answer for the momentum they are building up. Dash up, throw into the knockdown, trying to make some type of reversal, nothing for Myloo.
Good throw here, not going to actually burn the meter there. Gonna keep the corner, maybe just try to use the real estate that was gained here and just keep the hell away. Yeah, realizing that the blood gauge is high, they're probably going to go for it. Gonna time stop. Gonna do a lot of lockdown, wait for the blood pop to happen here, and keep everything safe.
Yeah, Testyourluck recognizing that they have to get in the old-fashioned way, but the best way to traverse if you don't have your movement options is just the simple jump, the universal mechanic, and the whiff punish. Good stuff for Testyourluck. They are somehow, some way on match point here in this winner's final.
You love a good comeback story, and Testyourluck is making one hell of a comeback right now. Myloo starting to run a little bit on gas here.
Okay, Testyourluck is feeling it, just looking for these last few sequences that they need off the... RC cancel the command, don't have the burst available! The goal burst! Myloo putting it all on the table right now.
Myloo do enough because I feel like there's not been any sort of like huge damage combos with the meter that Myloo has had against their opponents quite yet. That 100 meter will make a huge difference. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, had to use that PRC just to save their life, because if they didn't, that was definitely going to be the game right there. Good recognition there from Myloo, but unfortunately you have that tension that they need to make this comeback. They are on the brink of death. Testyourluck still just kind of at the halfway mark.
Oh, there it is!
A swing, and a swing of momentum and a swing of that score for Testyourluck as they get the run back. 3-2 winners final is going to be going into grand finals. What a fantastic set and measure of adaptation there for Testyourluck in order to bring that together. My gosh!
Wow, what a swing of the pendulum there. Just, it's one of those matches that I definitely would like to interview the player who did not win and just be like, okay, so we have these situations here that look like that was very much your match, and yet you didn't finish it off. What happened in that moment? What was going through your head in that moment? I just want to know. And that has to be painful to some degree. Myloo's still in the tournament. We'll be in the losers final side of everything. But Testyourluck waiting comfortably in the winner's side, and definitely, once again, no slouch whatsoever.
Oh yes, Testyourluck just showing that they have the resiliency to get it. Like we were prefacing before that match happened, Testyourluck hadn't dropped any games before getting into that point in winners finals, and to be put in a position where they were all of a sudden 2-0, like a down 2 game, they definitely hadn't been, and getting the reverse sweep. Very, very impressive stuff. Looking forward to see how the bracket shapes out here on that losers final side, and we've got to figure out the opponent, Kurohitsugi and Record of Ragnarok. I got it.
Yeah.
Fighting to see who's gonna get into a top 3 situation.
Let's see how this works here, because this is a rematch from earlier in the tournament here, where Record Ragnarok did lose 3-0 against Kurohitsugi. So this is like a form of kryptonite right now.
We were talking about how Record of Ragnarok was seemingly getting powered up throughout this tournament, becoming a stronger and stronger player as long as the tournament persists. But now they have to fight the person that caused for that character development in the first place, Kurohitsugi, the arch nemesis, the blind bandit with the frog behind them, supporting all their positions as they leap into the victorious position for the round 1 going to Kurohitsugi.
Yeah, Kurohitsugi definitely robbing Record of Ragnarok blind here, just taking absolutely everything. Has the meter, has the burst, has the round. Nice DP though, nice SDP. He disrespects some stuff there. All right, that's actually good. That stun dipper killing Eddie was really, really good.
Yeah, Record of Ragnarok is trying to keep up the pressure, recognizes they have Kurohitsugi locked down, recognizes the dangers that lies ahead. But I love the fantastic usage of Eddie there for Kurohitsugi, kind of, play around that full screen game.
Yeah, and kind of just like one big difference I'm seeing already in this match is Record of Ragnarok is doing a lot more work against Eddie, just throwing out a lot more stun edges to make sure that, hey, you can't get lazy about how you're controlling Eddie. You're going to have to move a little bit forward if you want to try to reflect this, so on and so forth. And I think it's making it a lot harder for Kurohitsugi to play that comfortable long-range game that they really earned them a win last time. Big counter hit damage, that 6H into not going to break the wall, just going to go for the knockdown here.
Yeah, I actually like that decision. I think that was intentional against Record of Ragnarok. They were just like, oh, if I have you locked down in the corner and I know that you bleed, if you're going to get wall broken, I'm going to make sure that it's, with as much damage as possible while I have you here. That was a good recognition. But oh my god, even better recognition from Kurohitsugi with the burst bait. Not getting as much damage as I would have liked, but, it's still a good call nonetheless.
Ooh, okay, that's scary. That's scary. Oh no, Frog is just like hit with a bunch of damage.
Ooh, Kurohitsugi.
Oh no!
I think that was an input error. I can't imagine they wanted that.
Oh, you hate to see it. And just at that one moment, Record of Ragnarok just wants to throw out that nice little stun edge, and it's just the timing happened to be there. And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. This match is still going on. Record of Ragnarok's actually on the board now.
Yeah, definitely good stuff. Record of Ragnarok raising the necessary adaptations possible, but I mean, not to mention Kurohitsugi is not being deterred from that. We're still seeing them implement all the nastiness that they have available with these options that we've seen from the past. They have pulled up like maybe half of the mix-ups they have in the repertoire in this round alone. Like, oh my god.
Oh my, yeah. Oh wow, yes, very, very nice. Just, you know, trying to jump over it and whatnot. Record of Ragnarok just trying to play it a little bit more feisty there. It doesn't work out. It is what it is sometimes. And I think Kurohitsugi is doing a better job now, just kind of like playing that little early game, do a lot more 2Ps, and just opting to dodge out first and foremost.
Ooh, okay, not being afraid, reversal throw, and look at the positioning, that is, oh my god, with the frog pickup too, you gotta be kidding me!
Yo, what the frog is going on here?
What the frog doing?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my, I like that. I like that a lot. Just that nice little 5P there. Maybe you see him get the burst out of there, but at the same time, still got a hit. Oh, very, very difficult. Yeah, exactly. Kurohitsugi was just waiting for that opportunity to try to get the burst whenever possible. Takes a quick round against Ragnarok. Now one apiece here.
That was something else. We are seeing, man, just some 4D chess going on between the two of them, right? Record of Ragnarok coming into the sense saying, like, I know what I need to do to beat you. I'm going to get these stun edges, have good, better, you know, defensive options. Eddie, I got this. Kurohitsugi fired right back, saying, like, oh, I have another layer to my game plan. Watch me get in. Watch this. And just, like, pulled out all the stops. This is an exciting reset.
Yeah, he's like, you don't think I've played against someone who does everything right? Let me show you what level 3 looks like here. This is to go further beyond.
Man, an anime fight in the making here.
Yeah.
See? Record of Ragnarok looking for the power-up. Saga has the corner positioning here. Good spacing, but just looking for the 6P confirmation. Building up the tension. Base the throw. Drive the lightning.
Yo!
Man.
Record of Ragnarok going on record to say, you know, I'm actually kind of nice. Baited out 2 throws in a row for Kurohitsugi. And I think that's kind of a nice little breaking point to say, I'm starting to get your flow now. I'm starting to get what you're going for. I baited out your comfort options, your comfort zones, and now it's time for the real stuff.
Yes, the real stuff on both ends. Oh my gosh, a pivotal drop. Because again, we lost the corner positioning, did not get the wall break and positive meter bonus, but they're still trying to. Nice! That's an edge that mix up.
Oh no!
See, they couldn't get much for it.
Oh, very nice! Using the direct claw to use as kind of like a car cancel to move into close position on the whip. That was so good.
Oh man, needs to be careful. Oh my god, had all the time in the world. Yeah, we still got hit by that. You know, right there from the ground.
Oh, has to FD. This is very, very difficult. Yeah, this is just so difficult for Record of Ragnarok. And now one apiece here in this 3rd match.
Oh my gosh, just great control here from Kurohitsugi going into this round, but Record of Ragnarok not being deterred, still pushing the issue, finding those gaps in those signature trademark run-up throws that they've utilized to just navigate the game. Still in play here.
And one thing I think of note here is that Kurohitsugi, compared to like all the rest of the opponents that Record of Ragnarok has fought, wow, again, very nice, is that Kurohitsugi is really willing to just block in the corner and wait for the D-Ray clot, because Record of Ragnarok likes falling back on that as like a very long-waited frame trap. But Kurohitsugi's fine with just waiting for that out and is getting consistently rewarded with, cool, now you're negative, I get some actions to do here, and I think that's paying off super, super well for Kurohitsugi in the long run, but still, making it work nonetheless. Record of Ragnarok now 2-1 against Kurohitsugi.
Yes, I'm loving it. Record of Ragnarok, when they get their opportunities of going in, they make it count, and I think that run-up throw game has been, we see a lot more run-up counter hits happening for Record of Ragnarok. We've seen 2 big throw baits with the kick, the Future Art kick coming in handy, and now just these run-up jabs. It's really kind of shown that they have made the strike throw really, really strong going into this match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, positive meter bonus for Record of Ragnarok as well. Going to be sitting on the full 100, so might as well spend 1 for the YRC when they're in trouble. Late PRC maybe have access to recognizing the counter hit from Kurohitsugi.
Yeah, Kurohitsugi's kind of like trying to get away now, and it's getting harder and harder, I feel like. Like, yeah, like starting to recognize that situation again, that the same thing that Testyourluck did. Just saying like, okay, you wait for that one hit on a pose, and then you let it go. And I think Record of Ragnarok is starting to use Stun Dipper as a reaction to that now.
Quality observation there. Ragnarok just around away from getting this, man. What a turn of events. Oh no! Oof. A little bit too positive, couldn't get the run-up throw, utilizing the burst to keep the pressure going. Once Kurohitsugi locked out in this corner, but Kurohitsugi fighting out.
Yeah, Kurohitsugi just trying to get that mid-range again. Okay, dodges the Kidira slot. The flippy kick. You know what I'm called?
Flippy kick! I love it!
Kidira clock, stun edge, and flippy kick. Nice BRC there, Kurohitsugi in a really good position here. Has 50 meters to speak of, has a lot of life to play around with, but is now going to find themselves in the corner here. Once again, completely fine being on the defensive in these situations here. Oppose does it. Ooh, nice.
Oh my god, that was such a cool reflect because it was from so close. Like, the reflect from full screen is just like, okay, that was like a reaction, but that reflect felt like it was so much anticipation from the range that they were at. That was very impressive. Kurohitsugi, what are you, oh my god.
Oh wow, Kurohitsugi is ready with a tennis racket and like that, the little tiny shorts and everything they can wear while playing tennis. Kurohitsugi is ready to play ball today.
I'm loving it, but Record of Ragnarok closing the distance, trying to close out the set. Flippy kick pressure in the corner here.
Nice,
oh
does it
my
again.
god. That's signature Kurohitsugi mix.
There we go, sword drops out, Eddie is fully charged. All right, has the burst, that's the last thing you're gonna,
What? We can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah. Someone stop this man.
Oh man, building up the risk is Record of Ragnarok. Kurohitsugi needs to be so careful. They're near the wall. The risk is high. Any hit can make them explode. But on the other end of the spectrum, Kurohitsugi saying, I have the proper hits to make Record of Ragnarok explode right then and there. These two, you want to talk about an anime fight? They are just pushing each other to their limits. 2-2 as we go into the last game of loser semis.
Yes, it is coming down to the wire. It's definitely a much different match than their first encounter, but nonetheless, Kurohitsugi still seems like they have a little bit more into the tray here, throwing out some new stuff against Record of Ragnarok.
He's so slick. He has baited that first with the dive under so many times, and now he gets the wall break with the super Kurohitsugi. Find themselves in the corner. Yeah, that is such a tricky situation, putting Drill behind the opponent like that. So with the moment that they land, they have to block it. Ooh, trying to bait the burst there. Okay, Kurohitsugi just, keeping it cool, calm, and collected. Yeah, forcing Record Ragnarok to approach them and just finding their hits as necessary, punishing that with stun edge, and Kurohitsugi in the advantageous situation here. One more round needed to move on to the finals. Oh, and Oppose doing a lot of work there, defending the Lord Zato. And then his Oppose again, making sure that Record of Ragnarok doesn't just simply backdash out of the situation. Oh my god! How do they do it, dude? That is insanity there. The Twitch reactions. Come on! Committing a whole section of your brain for reacting those is absolutely insane. Every stun edge is getting pushed back onto Record of Ragnarok, and that's taking it off the board for Record of Ragnarok in that case. Ragnarok changing places, getting out of that corner, but just has not much life to gamble with. The creative burst and the punish. Kurohitsugi, I mean, gonna be taking it 3-2, but it was a complete different set between the two of them from what we saw on the previous winner's side. Kurohitsugi was victorious in both sets, but previously it was a 3-0, this one was 3-2, and it was down to the wire. I mean, Record of Ragnarok, we were talking about the growth as a player throughout this tournament, and it definitely showed in that match for bringing it down to the wire, but Kurohitsugi just proven too powerful yet again. But solid stuff to Record of Ragnarok, man. That was a fantastic set. Yeah, no. Record of Ragnarok's adaptation between the two sets is just absolutely pinnacle. That is just the sign of a really good tournament player, right? You know, you always have your tournament demons. You always have those people who are like, oh, wow, I lost to them heavily last time. How do I come back against that? Because clearly they had my number, right? And I feel like Record of Ragnarok did put a damn good effort in making that comeback happen, trying to show that I've learned a lot in just like this last hour and a half we haven't seen each other, and I'm bringing that to the table for you, and just did a lot of good things that caught Kurohitsugi off guard. It was just absolutely wonderful spice of life in there, and unfortunately we'll have to go home at 4th place, but nonetheless doing fantastic work the whole way through. Yes, don't hold your head for that one. Keep your head up high because that was definitely a wild ride. It was good stuff there. But Kurohitsugi versus Myloo is what we have on the horizon for our losers final. My, oh my. This is going to be Axel versus Zato that we have here for this losers final. This is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, because these are definitely like two. They're both players who have shown that they're very comfortable by being at full range of screens and then getting their game started. So what happens when they're both at their full range trying to not gimmick out, but like play solidly against one another to their character's specialties? And who bites first? Who gets over on the other side first? Who has the stronger mix-up once they get that one knockdown? I'm super curious to see how this works between the two of them.
Whew, we're gonna figure it out right here, right now. Myloo, Kurohitsugi, losers finals. Kurohitsugi definitely riding the momentum wave, and oh my god, they are coming in with a game plan, just schmooving and grooving underneath the Axel buttons. I like it.
Yo, no, that's looking really nice here. Ooh, that's one thing I didn't think about Myloo versus Kurohitsugi. Kurohitsugi likes going to the air as kind of like a safety strat. Myloo likes when they go to the air as a safety strat. Very, very used to using 2S and 5P to prevent those situations. So I'm curious if that will prevent Kurohitsugi from making opportunities by going to the air and have to actually stick to the ground a lot more.
Kurohitsugi. Oh my gosh, yeah, throw PRC. Unfortunately, PRC a little bit too early, so not getting the full damage conversion, but it was less about damage and more about space for that to reset it back to full screen for Myloo. Trying to get back into a comfort territory, but Eddie doing a lot of work here.
Oh, a little bit too early on the command grab though at the very end. Oh, gets the box burst too. Can't get the full sweep off it to get the finish off, but that is absolutely fine. Yeah, because now we're back to neutral here, and Kurohitsugi is just flying around up in the air with the greatest speed, trying to get that freaking flyer miles, but Myloo puts a stop to that.
Oh my gosh, the usage of the oppose to absorb the Axel button, and then immediately just like, look at the amount of ground that Kurohitsugi is covering in this round too.
Right! Oh no, now no more ground needs to be covered because they have the corner. There's more ground over here. We're gonna cover it right now, Myloo. Watch this.
I like the style, honestly. It's really kind of putting a different flow of the matchup that I did not expect here for Kurohitsugi versus Myloo, of just keeping it close and utilizing oppose as a countermeasure to allow for that covered ground. Very interesting approach for Kurohitsugi.
Yeah, no, Kurohitsugi definitely doing a lot of good control and pacing over the match after that first one there. Just getting the one lockdown and just playing it very quickly like there is just, I like the ramping up. I like the gassing up a little bit for Kurohitsugi here.
Yeah, and look at, they are utilizing every tool in their kit to make sure that they're keeping the matchup close and getting the rush down going! Yo, okay! Kurohitsugi's clutch reactions are just like, they played Zato so masterfully. Like we saw it in the previous set, those last minute reversals, this time the last minute dive unders, and then just the bullet for the, what are they on? Get me some of whatever Kurohitsugi's on right now.
Right, yeah, I want some of that in my life too. Just inject this straight into my veins. Oh, can't get under it, unfortunately. The PRC does get punished. Oh, and the 2S doesn't come out in time. Gets punished by the Myloo, stuffing it out. And he confirming into the rest of it, taking the first match against Zato.
Yes.
It's over. The moment's gone.
Kurohitsugi. Oh my god. No, but like, so I guess that's one thing to notice is like, even though Kurohitsugi is doing the active gameplay and doing a lot of actions that are traversing around Myloo, they haven't done it without some trades. And like, Myloo has been finding some buttons here and there. The Zato life pool is not the greatest. So see if they're able to get a little bit more momentum off the rush down going. This wall break is a good start.
Yeah, no, that's a very great position for Kurohitsugi here. Okay, but does decide to use the burst here. A little bit of a hero burst situation. Yeah, like that's the one thing scary about the sword, right? They're so high up in the air that even if you do close the distance and try to rush them down when they land, Eddie's there to punish any sort of punish you try to implement onto them. Yeah. Broke ankles.
Oh no! Trip guard command throws, huh? That's what we're doing at Myloo. And brought this back, but another one of those really high supers. No. Yeah, you gotta respect it because it's so high up in the air. Eddie's gonna have him covered by the time that he lands.
Yeah, that is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate because you see Myloo would try to jump up into the air, realizing the mistakes of last time, try to go for an air throw, but still mistimes it, and Kurohitsugi is able to punish with the frog.
There it is! Okay, a good recognition of the situation there from Myloo, just having the 5K stuff on the Kurohitsugi approach after the opposed, good recognition of the situation.
All right, Warrior, so you're going to try to get out of the corner here and try to buy a little bit more time. Ooh, this is a great situation right now. Yeah, because I'm like, that puts Eddie in such a weird situation. And even Kurohitsugi actually like flew to the other side. So there was actually a small mix-up there, too.
Yeah, Kurohitsugi's getting a lot of miles out of that air super. It'll be interesting to see how Myloo adapts for that. But the throw right from the peekaboo, here I see you. Man, Kurohitsugi. Just good usage of all the Zato tools in this matchup. Like, I really am still a big fan of utilizing the oppose to absorb those actual buttons and just cover the ground. Even though Myloo is starting to implement the counter pokes, that gives even an extra layer of depth of game plan for Kurohitsugi when they get that. So, because now maybe they can start going for a jump instead when they go for those approaches. It's a good way to cover ground against Axel.
Right, exactly. So kind of even open up those options again for Kurohitsugi's side. It's just like Myloo just has so much to work in. It's like the offense is just surmounting a lot more. They haven't got a really good answer against the sword super. Has to just block all this time, and Kurohitsugi is just gaining more options as time goes on. This is very, very hard for Myloo to come through here. This is a great opportunity to get back to neutral, but this is about it.
Yeah, Kurohitsugi's approach to this matchup from the beginning, because I just noticed a very big offensive shift in terms of their pacing. They want to play a one-player game here. Like, they don't want to deal with, like, the Myloo Axel buttons. They don't want to play neutral against Axel for very long. They want to keep the match close.
Right, right. And especially in like situation like that where, you know, you throw Eddie out there and you don't have Eddie doing a pose, you instantly lose Eddie. Yes, yes. Poke in the bun! You're done!
Man, yeah, you just can't see what's going on underneath there. It puts a lot of pressure as a defender to just, like, is it worth even trying to approach if I can't know what's going on underneath me? Like, hello?
Right, right. It's just, it's a damn shame for sure. Oh my god, nice block though. He's able to stay alive there. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, has to burst out, but that grist gauge is freaking great. It is great.
I gotta imagine that's the reason that the formal decision of that burst, just get out of pressure. But Kurohitsugi not being deterred, finding a way to gap close one way or another, keeping Myloo under pressure. Myloo being forced to fight back.
Yeah, all right, gonna throw the sword once more here. Yeah, just. Myloo's getting really impatient on those swords, thinking like, okay, this happened, I should have an opportunity, but no. Sword is very, very committal. Like, if you want to escape it, you have to get out to the other side and do something really wild, really ahead of time to make sure that Eddie cannot get over your way before then.
Yeah, it's really interesting to note how much, just how much Myloo Kurohitsugi has gotten out of that air sword. They're noticing that Myloo doesn't have a very good response for it, but not only that, the response that they try to do to it is very committal. But this could be a big opportunity for Myloo to kind of close. Man, yeah, the 2K check, very, very solid stuff.
Yeah, that small dash in 2K check is one of those scary situations. Like, oh, you have one more mixer to go. Are you're gonna go for throw or low? Who knows? You have to 50-50 guess that.
There it is again. Yeah, the Kurohitsugi classic oppose into 6. Just only 6. Run forward on the stick.
gotta get my steps in for today. Let's go.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Doesn't get the full confirm off that, but you know what? That's sometimes fine.
Oh my, yeah, that's right. That man do not be having any health. Yeah,
that's
gonna kill.
Zato is made of paper bags, that's for sure. It's more than just the paper that Chipp is, but it's still paper bags. A little bit more construction, but ultimately still gets crushed under pressure.
Trying to succeed under pressure here. Kurohitsugi trying to keep the match as close as possible. Myloo just striving nonetheless. 2-1 up. Maybe a game away from moving to that grand finals territory for the run back against Testyourluck, and amazing start to this with a perfect. I'm feeling it right now.
Okay. All right, so going for an early burst here, I agree with that. You know, be able to get more opportunity to have your burst come back in the long run of the match here, and has at least 2 rounds to play around with here.
Kurohitsugi go for the wall break with the super positive meter bonus, going to be allowing for another one of these builds up if they want to spend it. And I imagine that they're going to be spending it on another sword toss. So, right, with Myloo being in this territory and how much mileage they got, yeah, exactly. They're just going to go for the sword toss again because they get so much good mileage out of it when they do it. Why not keep going for it?
And I do like what Myloo tried to do that time. Try to just do a jump in air dash over to the other side to try to prevent Eddie from getting that final chase down if you try to press that button from very far away. But unfortunately, the thing about Eddie is that they're forced forward by the wall. So because Myloo actually air dashed, it pushed Eddie forward and still allowed Eddie to reach on the other side.
I feel like there's a lot of like damage just overall positioning and Oki left on the table when Myloo goes for those time stop combos. Oh no, not another drop again! Myloo! Oh! This is the you need to be able to adapt to this right now. Okay,
Nice! Figured it out! Right
when
then
it
and
counted
there!
the most, man. Definitely when it counted the most to make sure that that game didn't slip away from Myloo's fingers. Had the proper answer for the Sword Super and was able to get the game. Good stuff there to Myloo, because that was a pain in their rear. Every time Kurohitsugi went for that Sword Super, they were getting some type of advantage from it. But Myloo was staying patient, staying cool, calm, surviving and outlasting the Eddie, finding that 2 heavy stock they needed to get the game solid stuff.
That was just such good adaptation from Myloo. And it says a lot about a player, right? Who can take a tournament match and say, okay, this situation is something I just don't know, right? So I'm going to experiment over the course of these minimum 3 matches to figure out what I need to do, what my options are to get out of this situation that's killing me, and experiment it in like 5 different ways. Got hit with it pretty much like 4 out of like the 6 times, I'd say. And then number 5 kind of got away with it a little bit more. And then number 6 was the one that counted, like you mentioned. And just, that is a sign of an extremely good tournament player who's willing to just kind of figure it out along the fly and, you know, show no fear to everything, and you just caught him off guard just once, and that's all you need.
Yes, in the clutch of when it was needed the most in that last game. Very great stuff for Myloo. They will be earning a chance for the run back against Testyourluck in this grand final. So although these 3 players, Testyourluck, Myloo, and Kurohitsugi, won't be sharing placements, they will be sharing a part of the pot. That match reel we reminded of you all earlier at the top of the top 4. Be sure, if you haven't already, use those codes. You know, let's do a little bit of a check here. I hope that you guys took us seriously.
Right.
25 of 50 remaining.
I'm kind of disappointed in y'all right now. I'm kind of just majorly disappointed. You know, we were able to do it while doing commentary. We were able to do it while shilling, and y'all just let me down here. Just, I don't know. Maybe 3 buttons are too hard to click. Maybe that's why we're dropping combos over here. I mean, I'm not gonna say any names or anything like that, but I don't know. You're giving me some bad vibes here. You're gonna have production yell at us. The entirety of the tournament team will just come over and like one at a time, yell at us for 5 minutes per thing. So don't let them yell at us, please. We're trying here in Vortex Gallery. We don't want to be yelled at for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm questioning here, because I mean, like, you gave us at the latter half of putting out that match for the show. You said if you're not gonna do it for anything at all, do it for us, do because we're cute. So, chat, what are you trying to say here? I mean, like,
right.
Is not more than enough reason? You have me asking a lot of questions here right now.
I mean, definitely shout out to to Loop, who came in, said hello, and hit the coupon.
Let's go.
Like, look at that. Look how fast that was. Like, gosh. You know, shouts to Gibby, shouts to Catboy Slam, shouts to Night Raid. You all are absolutely adorable. We love you.
Right when I was questioning, my faith is restored thanks to those match rental coupons being used. Thank you so much, and just don't let the night end without using it. There's like 10 seconds of your time for free, 25 cents to the pot. Just greatly appreciate it. Show some love to that match rental pot.
Right. Much appreciated. Hopefully y'all are doing good. And we are here at Grand Finals.
Oh man! Before we actually start, do you want to just give our shout out to our sponsor and store for it real quick before we can start?
Yeah. We can do that. Let's just hop on over there. Let's do that.
Well, sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I mean, this bracket being made possible to the match of the pot. That's what they're fighting for. But you know, at the end of the day, they are gonna have some money. Maybe they can spend it on a Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting physical release that's coming out on March 22nd. Thanks to the sponsor of this tournament, Gaiden Books, hooking you up with some great manga reading titles. Be sure to check out their website for. I'm telling you, they got a library of great titles that you just want to check out. The just nice little publisher of great anime titles. But Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, if you want the physical copy, the physical release is gonna be ready here soon. March is right around the corner, so just celebrate it with a nice book. Gaiden Books.
If that's not enough anime for you, we have the anime goods on shirts, bags, hats, mugs, And I almost said rugs, but we don't have any rugs here, unfortunately, so we're just going to say masks.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. If you demand it, Vortex Gallery has got it. Winter Gaiden style out here right now. We are not biding our time with Winter Gaiden here. We got all sorts of stuff with you. We got artists all over Twitter that you've probably seen before, like Wolfie Cakes and Stalker Rocker. We got Meta Abe, and we got Godshot. We have all their art on here. So if you want to support Vortex Gallery, you want to support the artists out there, they have been doing great work. Go to 956pro.com/shop and pick up some of your goods today here.
Yes, yes, yes. So thankful to Gaiden Books, thankful to Vortex Gallery for giving us this tournament in the first place. Winter Gaiden has been a smash with Guilty Gear Strive tournaments all weekend long. And I mean, there's other, support all their tournaments. They got other tournaments that are on the docket. Multi-Blood Type Arena is coming up a little bit later. King of Fighters 15 as well. But right now we need to put the bow on the present of Guilty Gear Strive because they've been treating us with great Guilty Gear Strive action all weekend long. And it's come down to this, the NA Grand Final, Testyourluck versus Myloo, Nagoroyuki versus AxlLow. I can't wait.
I'm so sauced up for this. This is looking so good. They definitely faced each other on the winner's side. As we mentioned earlier, that was a 3-2 match. And it was a match that Myloo could have taken multiple times. So, is Testyourluck warmed up now saying, okay, I've gotten to play you for long enough. I figured out what your playstyle is, what you're gunning for, and I'm comfortable in this matchup. And now that I've gotten to sit on it for a little bit, we're good to go? Or is Myloo gonna clean up those last little bits of things that are going on, whether they were styling or profiling, and able to close it out and make a reset and make a miracle happen? Here we go, grand final. Test your might, test your luck. Damn it, I knew it. I knew it was the same one. And Myloo coming from the loser's side, Testyourluck on winner's side.
Let's go. We got Myloo implementing that range game here, just trying to keep Testyourluck out, but a nice little two heavy slash anti-air to cover some space. Myloo's taking it off.
Testyourluck trying to use that JD there to kind of throw off Myloo there. Myloo doesn't bite, but Myloo is going to take a bite out of their own life sword. Oh, again!
Oh, where is he? Where is he going?
Batman comes in. Where's the Nagoroyuki? Where is he?
Maybe that is, so Testyourluck, isn't that like a mini game from Mortal Kombat where you have to like figure out where the ball is underneath the cups? Like that's exactly what that game was right there. He's just like, where's Nagoroyuki? Like over here in the middle on the right, like I get it now. It's all making sense.
Right, taking the cup game from Faust is like, now where am I? This goes very good here. Nice sweep. Myloo getting a nice little lead here, but burst is still on Testyourluck's side. So if they do get a hit or two, they might pop that burst. Doesn't punish.
I thought that was gonna be a win punish. That made me very anxious.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous there. Doesn't swing for it, but you know what? Sometimes that's fine. Nice bite.
Oh my
Gets
gosh.
over it. Gets over it. Getting over it. Fit it bodily. Yeah.
Myloo. Oh, nice backdash to avoid command throw. Testyourluck covering that ground as well. Not able to make the burst though.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Got in at the last second. I was going to say the fact that Myloo bursted and Testyourluck didn't is actually a winning condition for Myloo, or for Testyourluck, because into the next round, that means there's no burst existence, but it didn't matter. Actually was able to just close it out just right then and there.
Testyourluck is a man on a mission, recognizing that I gotta imagine that they're still feeling the high from winners finals of how they got here in the first place. Getting that reverse sweep over Myloo and just said, "Oh no,
Oh no,
not like this."
Oh, it's like this, Kraken Atkins. We're back at the hypest moment of the tournament. We're living it again. We got avatar battles out here.
Avatars are flying right here. The Testyourluck versus, this is so, man, you gotta have avatars of magic characters. Why do we have Anji versus Ito, but it's actually Nagoroyuki versus AxlLow? I'm getting totally schmixed right now.
And apparently right now, so is Testyourluck just getting hit right now by AxlLow. Oh, the life bars are starting to shift a little bit here. All right, trying to keep into there. You're starting to see that little bit of keep out game, but it seems like every time that the life bar has been going down for Nagoroyuki, it seems like Myloo gets their life bar ticked down just in return here. So let's see what happens. Will the one-shot king come through?
Oh my God, this is gonna be so funny because we're just gonna see like, oh my God, there it is!
There it is!
A big slice of green. green just disappear in an
Oh,
instant.
no!
Way. One shot,
No!
one kill. Test your luck. It's gonna be going up 2-0 over Myloo. That was just what was on the table of like, yeah, if we just see a big shot of green just disappear in an instant, we know what happened.
Right.
We can imagine what happened.
Yeah, one shot man came through. Oh no. All right, well, swinging and winging here. Seems like Test Your Luck is kind of getting a little bit on the lead here, but the life has evened out a little bit. But how long can you keep someone like Test Your Luck out? That's the real question I'm asking Myloo. And the health bars seem to be about an equal amount of time comparatively.
I don't know, man. I'm waiting for that big chunk. I may not see it. It's more of like a little whittling away. Maybe that's a Myloo advantageous run. Oh, I don't know, man.
I'm getting a little bit worried here. A little bit worried. Oh my gosh. Test your luck. Now on winners, on not winner's side, but winner's side, but also
turning point. Like
I'm losing my mind here. I'm just watching these life bars go down. It's the hypest stuff I've seen all night.
It's okay. Now if I see a big chunk from here go down from AxlLow, Test Your Luck is insane. Like
Yeah,
it's definitely it's happening. It's happening. Just a little bit, a little chunk. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's a little cheat.
Oh my God, it's gotta hurt. Myloo.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be another one. It's gonna be at the
Okay. It's looking
Sliding
fine. It's
back.
looking fine. Myloo's coming back.
I don't know. One shot. One
One
shot.
shot.
Oh.
All right. There's still life on the other side. It might not matter yet. Can Myloo close it out? It's not.
Oh, I don't know. The heart's not gone,
The
Ryudo.
heart's not gone
The
yet.
heart's not gone.
The heart's not
The heart's
gone.
not gone. Wait, how did it come back?
Oh, he got a little
bite
bit of life.
on the road.
He got the bite.
Yeah. No. Go
Oh
anyway.
my God, I'm so tense. I'm so tense. They got the okay. Oh no! The little bit of bite. Finish it off again. You can see that life bar go up just a little bit more. 2 bites to end out the night. Test your luck. 3-0 against Myloo.
I don't.
And he said like about gotta go.
I can't believe one of the most hyped Strive Grand Finals I commentated was the Avatar match of just like we had the matchup knowledge of like it's not done until the heart is gone, and then the life coming back and us both doing like, oh man, he got a bite, like
You know what? I'm gonna say I'm gonna smoke our own pipe here, and I'm gonna say it out loud. That's the sign of a great commentary team, right there. That is the sign of a great commentary team. You need more cracking action into your life here. This dude has been kicking ass all night. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been real awesome.
Hey man, there's am I really gonna say this? There's 2 cheeks on an ass, and it's been double ass kicking from me and Ryudo. So just double duty there. It's been amazing commentating with Ryudo. I love your energy, man. This has been a fantastic night of Strive commentary.
Yeah, absolutely. And big ups once again to Vortex Gallery. Just always running the cool events. You got. Yeah, just not. I'm gonna get the numbers wrong. I just realized. I'm gonna say 958 if I remember correctly. For just being a great production team, making sure that everything comes to you all live, that we're having all these great events out here, and even in the most dire times, where sometimes we're watching avatars fight each other, and we're just gauging from the end of games there. We're happy to have you all here. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for getting hyped with us at the very end and just enjoying the event all the way through. We love you.
Yes, Vortex Gallery Winter Gaiden has been a phenomenal tournament series. Vortex Gallery, if that's the name that's on the tournament series, you just know that's going to be quality stuff here in and here out. So this is the conclusion of Guilty Gear Strive, but it's not the conclusion of Vortex Gallery Winter Gaiden. They still got Melty Blood Type Lumina coming at you next week, if I'm not mistaken. The King of Fighters 15 a couple weeks from now. I know there's a lot of new players that are getting into that game, and some KOF, loyalists that are in that game as well. KOF 15 of fantastic titles, so be sure to check out both those tournaments happening in the future. Vortex Gallery Winter Gaiden has all those tournaments covered for you.
Yeah, and that's kind of one big thing too, because it's kind of like one of those games that like KOF 15 came out, everyone was ready for that new game smell and everything like that, but KOF usually has, like, very similar to the Guilty Gear, KOF has not been in that same limelight where it's just like a very highly regarded, everyone's playing a game, but this time around, lightning has struck, there was a flash in the pan, and everyone is loving the game, everyone's experiencing the game, it has rollback, so you know that tournament is going to be freaking huge. It's going to be one of the first big tournaments that we have for KOF online even. So roll through, check that out, put it on your calendars, and I'd love to get hype in the audience with y'all there.
Actually, like, I would like to, for sort of, let's see, they're looking at the chat right now to see what is going to be decided for the sake of for the sake of the show. We'll see what happens. So, we'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we'll see. But it looks like we are going to be continuing with a certain amount of matches. I'll give you the details once I see what's up.
Yeah,
But from the looks of it so far, let's see. It looks like Testyourluck may it's gonna. Let me think of my words for a moment. It looks like we may continue but with a 2-0 lead for. Okay, so I have to remake the room.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just remake the room right now. So. Okay.
Well, awesome. Well then, we are not done quite yet here. Let me I've got my arcade stick because that's how I control. I don't know how to use the key.
So what is going to be happening is what was the score? I believe it was 2-0. We're gonna have a 2-0. I believe it's Testyourluck that is in the lead. Let me double check.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What is this?
Match. Let's do it in the right spot. All right, let me get to this chat right here.
Okay. So the score from the start is going to be Test 2 and Myloo 0. So.
Okay. So not done quite.
So we're
yet.
not.
We are gonna give you a show. God damn it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, just want to make sure the details are there. So let me get this set up real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got it.
Could someone ping me with the room code? I haven't had to use that room code in like 5 hours, so I can't remember where it's at.
I will for you guys, just look in the staff chat. I guess I'll post it for you guys.
Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Okay. And to make sure like stuff doesn't get broken, I'm gonna make sure that it is gonna be one match at a time, and hopefully that should be fine.
All right, excellent. I don't mind getting to see this, honestly. I don't mind getting to see how this actually ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. Well, you can't have a tournament without any issues, you know. It was like, man, it's going too smooth tonight.
Yeah, what the heck's going on? This is going well.
Something's wrong here.
Yeah. What's gonna happen? I see. In grand finals, of course.
Okay.
It just gives you all more time to hit that match, Reno. Clearly.
What am I seeing in general right now? Okay, no, I didn't see that. Okay. Oh, what? Okay, no, that caught me off guard. Okay, anyways.
You living, you vibing, you all right?
There's an announcement that I was not expecting, but that's for afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
What is this room code?
Yeah, I'm typing it right now. So.
Thank you all for your patience as we get you some Guilty Gear Strive action here to close out the tournament here. As hype as we can get over Avatar battles, you know what? It doesn't get any more hype than seeing someone explode live on twitch.tv.com.
Indeed. Yeah, we need that photo finish, right? Because I mean, like, it was a photo finish in the life bars, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Recognize what's going on with the bite and all, but we have the smell of the game, we have the taste of the game, but we need the sight of the game for the finish of this tournament.
Okay, let's see. Man. I have to like think now. Just like, oh, darn it.
This is the latest reaction ever, but I love that your avatar is Red Arc. This avatar has been in the lobby for the past 5 hours, but I'm just noticing this.
No, you see, in all fairness, they were behind the pillar the entire time, so you couldn't really actually see it.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Because, like, if I noticed that earlier, I would have said something. Because, like, I love Red Arc, but I'm just like, hey, Red Arc's been here the entire time? Like, what's up?
Yes, you can kind of see my hat behind the pillar a little bit, but that's only because I have a hat and big hair on my character. You can't see Red Arc behind there. All right, so the score is now officially 2-0 Testyourluck's side. So we are starting over from this point here. Testyourluck still, from winner's side, could still close out the tournament on this match, but Myloo getting another opportunity, another chance at life to really make a comeback. So if there was any egregious mistakes, Myloo has to fix them now.
You know what would be crazy? Because, like, we're in the finals, it was Myloo-centric, and the Testyourluck made the reverse sweep. If Myloo made the reverse sweep given these circumstances, that would be the, really put the anime storybook ending of, well, not an ending, a continuation.
Yeah. Be continued JoJo style.
For real, man.
Nice mix up there. Gonna jump out for sure to keep it safe. But now we have level 3 Nagoroyuki. There's gonna be damage here. Oh, jumps out. That was so good from Myloo.
Look at another Commento ending. Testyourluck just needs a little bit more to make it happen. The FDs from Myloo defending for their life.
Oh my gosh. That reaches from so far away, but definitely just using all those sorts of specials because they can. And the meter was running out on Myloo's side here, but now Testyourluck once again on match point.
Yes. Myloo has another opportunity to find those answers for the situations that have been happening to Testyourluck. It's just saying, doesn't matter. I got my momentum. I got my mojo. One more situation to make it happen to PRC off the floor. That is unfortunate. No first make, no.
And boots the chest right there, hanging with the best. And now the win goes to Test.
Hey, now, all right. Now the tournament can definitely end, because that was just bars right there for you, though. It would be a fantastic ending to that tournament and a fantastic way for Testyourluck to close it out. Officially 3-0 over Myloo and win Vortex Gallery winner Gaiden in A.
Yeah. And thanks to both of the players in an official capacity to say, thank you for being good sports, understanding the situation that the production team was in, and just saying, hey, you're gonna have to bring it back a little bit here, and we're gonna have to play it out a little bit longer. And they were good sports. They came back anyway and played it out a little bit more. So shouts to Testyourluck and Myloo for making it happen, to give you all the show that you deserve. So you better hit those match arena codes. That's all I'm saying. Look, they went the extra step. We went the extra step. Can you go the step? Make it happen.
There we go, case in point. There was a lot of time stalled for there. Like, there was a lot of time that happened in, like, the, inner workings of that match. You could have maybe, like, there could have been maybe 20 match arena codes that was used in that time for that we were getting that all set up. But the fact that we took the opportunity to set it up for you, the least you could do is just take 10 seconds, the free 25 cents code. Everybody would appreciate it.
Yeah, but, shouts to Lutverian Burger. We got Arcrius, and then we got Weemaru in there. Yo, I love Weemaru. That dude whips. That dude's cool. I love that guy. He's great. Commentated with him in the Asia region ICFC tournaments. I'm glad he's hanging out in chat, and I'm glad that he's bringing his crew in here with her too. Just a lot of good energy in here. You love to see it.
Yes. It's been a lot of great energy all day long for this Vortex Gallery winner guide, and this is just a whole bunch of great strive action. Really like the, what was brought to the table by the character diversity and character picks and just players that I've learned more about through this bracket as well. So I think all together, this is just an awesome tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. So the matches were great all the way through. It wasn't all just like as expected. There were, like you said, a lot of like unexpected outcomes for a lot of these events and whatnot. The numbers were telling different stories from how the matches actually ended, and there was a lot of adaptation, I feel like, in this tournament compared to other ones. I feel like people really adapted to one another extraordinarily well, to the point that it's just like, oh wow, like you are actually like watching the opponent very, very well, and you're an extremely good tournament player, and I'm able to see that live with my own people.
Yes, no, I'm very inclined to agree with you, especially in terms of like the breakdown of sets that we've seen in the top four. There was a lot of like 3-2s and 3-1s, so that's just another attribute of like the adaptations going on there. So fantastic tournament through and through.
Yeah. Once again, Vortex Gallery Winter Gaiden, bringing the storm. And once again, thank you all for hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate it. Production team. Anything, Numaka? You want to say anything? You want anything?
Before I say anything, I want to have one more shout out to the to the sponsors real quick, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
No problem. Because if they're definitely helping us out here, so they definitely deserve us some support.
Yeah, they definitely deserve an ad read, just like you deserve a read of the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, coming out soon. Physical release March 22nd from Kaiten Books, the sponsor of this event here. Just check them out online, see what else they have on there. I think they even have like an online gallery for like some of their online mangas and everything like that. We were kind of skimming it through a little bit earlier, But the only way to find out is go to chitinbooks.com, check out their gallery of everything that they host in there, and get yourself some nice reads. Get your rates in-game and out-of-game with Chitin Books.
Yes, and if you're gonna get yourself some nice reads, better match it up with some nice threads. Look at these beautiful shirts and hoodies, courtesy of the Vortex Gallery store, courtesy of 956pro.com/shop. You have those wonderful designs that have been provided by the great artists that have contributed their art there for various types of shirts, hoodies, and also mugs, canteens, a bucket hat, a regular cap, and the backpack as well, face mask. It's all there in the Vortex Gallery shop. 956pro.com/shop is where you want to go if you want all those goods and threads. Goods get.
All right then.
And I want to finish off one last thing to the match arena there. I see Wimaru throwing out $5. Imagine person one Strive thinking. Yo, shouts to Wimaru for closing it out in such a perfect way there. Absolutely much love as always. Coming from the self-proclaimed Eat Sports and fueled by energy drinks. But hey, if that's the power that gets you to respect these players with a few dollar bills, then we greatly appreciate it, Wimaru. Thank you all for hanging out, and thank you all for your contributions to the match arena. Now you can take it away. Sorry, production.
Production is me.
Yeah, it's you, baby. Make it happen.
Yeah. Well, in case you didn't know, like I am Numaki. I've streamed stuff in the past before as well. Yeah, I definitely helped out with the streaming of this stuff. Not gonna speak for too long, but yeah, definitely thank you very much to Ryudo and Kraken Atkins for the commentary. Man, the Avatar commentary was just freaking amazing.
Like I said, I'm going to smoke our own pipe here. I'm going to toot our own horse, and I will say that's a sign of great commentary. So,
For real.
definitely. Kraken Atkins, absolutely wonderful. Check this guy out. Oh, other side of my camera because I'm reversing today. Yeah. Check this guy out.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Deserves all your love. Bring him in on more events. And I know we'll have you next week, so I mean, that's just net ringer. But you didn't hear from me. You didn't hear from me. I don't have actual control over that sort of stuff, but I'm feeling confident.
I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Let's see if I get this right. Ryudo.
Yeah.
Let's go! Yeah, Ryudo has been
try.
pretty sick as well. Love commentating with him. It's just been an absolute blast. Like I said, this is the energetic, a ball of energy, and I just had a blast kind of match your energy here tonight, man. It's been a fun tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll show my own event. That'll be Winter Showdown 8. We'll be streaming it next weekend, so hopefully you can swing on by. You know, check out my tweets. Check out Kraken Atkins tweets over here. And hopefully you'll see us again. But hopefully we see you all again, whether it be the Twitter space, the Twitch space, or otherwise, tournament space. All the teas for you and me. But hey, we got a breeze on this winter Gaiden here. We will see you all in the future. Take care of yourselves.